Yeah. Yo. Oh, we definitely need to hear that, man. Hit after hit. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right. We are on. Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Insomniacs podcast. We got a crazy special E3 Summer Game Fest show for y'all. We got Optimus Code in the building. What's good, Optimus? How you doing, bro? Let's get to it. We had some technical difficulties. I forgot to hit live before the damn show. Oh, hey, we got a subscriber. Thank you, Kakarot the Sixth. Next up, we got the man, the myth, KingThrash Gaming. Do what you do. What's good, baby?
I don't know y'all yet, but y'all gonna get to know me, man. It is what it is.
All right.
Google me.
him. Google him. Next up, we got the regulars. We got C-Dolla sign. What up, C-Dolla?
Yeah, that's good. That transition was pretty
They
hard.
saying that they can only hear Nova though. Oh boy.
Y'all audio should be coming through. Yeah, audio's coming through on my side.
Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check.
Hold on. Let me check my side. Let me see where they go.
Oh,
I happen to be
me llamo CoolHandCruz.
You know it's not Insomniacs podcast unless we have some type of technical difficulties like me forgetting to hit the damn live button.
That's not something you talk
Nah, I can hear me. So it's probably
Yeah.
him. It's probably him. I can hear
about.
me. So
It's probably
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Man, it's you.
Geo mic. Google you a new mic.
You know, it's funny. The person who said that was our buddy that we had you spar on with that one time in December.
Oh.
Remember that? Yeah.
Oh, real talk.
That's him. That's
fine.
him.
I mean, his eardrums still messed up messing with me.
Oh, GQ, yo, shout out to you, bro.
That's the homie GQ. I actually follow GQ and me watching.
Yeah, shout out to GQ, man. He actually has a podcast of his own called the List Night Podcast, man.
Check that
And
out.
It's a really amazing podcast, a truly original idea, and man, it's awesome. I suggest everyone check it out if anyone hasn't yet. The List Night Podcast.
Man.
Check it out.
Check it
Yeah,
out. Check it
man,
out. Check it out.
If you love a good list.
If you love a good list.
Matter of fact, the last show we did, we actually had him on, and we all did our own lists. It's really dope. Check it out. If not, don't subscribe. Look, I'm taking King Thrash's line already. Downvote this video. But yeah, again, sorry for everyone waiting in the chat. I forgot to hit live, but hey, we're here now. I'm gonna just get right into it, just to save some time. To start off, we haven't been on for past 2 weeks because work, life, Cool Hands in Puerto Rico, living his best life, and you know that's just how it is sometimes on these YouTube streets. So we're back at it. I did want to tell you guys about a little story that happened over this past week. I had tweeted out an old picture of me and Corey Barlog. Yes, that's young Nova right there that y'all looking at. So face reveal. I look like a tall Muslim guy, but I'm Dominican.
Yeah. Call him Baby Akbar. You know what I mean?
Call me Baby Akbar. That's what your baby mama call me. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. Slow down, little red Corvette. Slow down.
But yeah, so what happened was E3 2018. People who've been listening for a while know about this story. I brought it up maybe a handful of times, but I'm just getting to E3 for the first time, sitting at a booth, enjoying my meal. I just came off the plane, right? I'm looking right directly in front of me, and I'm like, wait. I see this guy with a little Nordic tattoo on his chest. I'm like, wait, that face looks familiar. So I'm like, bro, is that Corey Barlog? I'm tripping. I'm with a friend who's not even a gamer, don't even know who the hell that is. So from what y'all looking at on the screen on the right side, so I tweet Corey Barlog. I said, at Corey Barlog, are you at Chick-fil-A in LA? Looks like you, but I don't want to be weird. And he said, yes, say hi. And then that picture in the bottom right is one that he actually posted of me and him. So, you know, years later, this week I post this picture, and I was just like, oh, that time I randomly met Corey Barlog at Chick-fil-A. And he responded, and the tweet freaking blew up. Within 48 hours, it's hit already 1,500 likes. And for me, that's crazy.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and like the impressions got over to 200,000 people, saw it. It passed by the timeline. So, I just wanted to drop my little Nova flex right there.
But we peasants to you, huh?
Oh yeah, but y'all could be Nova one day, sitting there with Corey Barlog. You know what I'm saying?
Stop it, dog.
let me drop the bomb on y'all real quick. Funk flex style. Yeah. Face reveal. I said I didn't want to go on video, but you know what? At this point, might as well, right? But yeah, so that was my little flex. Hope y'all thought that was interesting. I got mad love from random people on the internet. So, shout out to the subs coming in. I appreciate y'all.
Also, fuck logical nonsense. That's all I'm gonna just say right now. That is all.
Nah, that's how we greet each other, bro.
That's how you greet each other.
That's how the round table greet each other. He's like,
Yeah.
what's up, bro? This round table, thank
There you
you,
go.
fuck you at all times.
Cool Hand's not hip to the round table shit. Come on, man.
Nah, Cool Hand. What's going on, Cool man? Yo, the XP sounding low right now, bro. What's going on?
I got help from you, Thrash. Don't get it twisted. Hey, I know my man say, bruh, couple rounds.
No, you right.
But yeah, let's get into it. But before we get into the E3 stuff, it's we've had a lot of shit drop these past 2 weeks. I just wanted to really quick go through Ratchet Clank impressions. Pretty much everyone I know who's played this game. I'm gonna start off with you, Optimus. I've seen you post some screenshots on Twitter. What are your impressions of this game?
Really, I'm kind of right now. I feel inferior.
Missing info box located. Initiating retrieval.
Bro, man, like, I don't know what to do. Nothing bad to say about it.
I'm Marcus Smith, creative director of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, a brand new full-length Ratchet & Clank adventure built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5 console. Today we're going to introduce you to some of the gameplay, characters, and arsenal of Rift Apart. Whether you've played every game since Ratchet & Clank's debut, or you're brand new...
When you make the videos, man, you gotta mute the ball.
It's muted. My bad, guys. I missed one video out of all the other are muted.
Yeah, discombobulated 2 weeks off, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So Code, you really enjoyed the game. Nothing bad to say
Absolutely.
about it.
So far, yeah. I'm only at like the 5th planet or whatever, so they still got time to mess it up.
Yeah.
But so far, it's fabulous. Yeah.
What mode are you playing it on, by the way? You playing it on
the default, the fidelity one.
Fidelity? Nice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Thrash? How do you like in this game?
Well, I had it before all y'all, so I kind of knew what it was and how it was and what I felt. You know what I mean? I'm loving Rivet, man. I love the whole game.
Hold. Is this whole show just gonna be everybody flexing but me? Is that what this is?
The problem is you got to get your flex up higher. You got to find your flex motivation. Right. You gotta search. Nah, but I'm not. Oh shit! Hold on, I'm fucking with my mic and shit. My bad, wrong button. No, I love it though, man. It's a next gen game. I mean, straight up and down, it's a next gen game. Rivet's about to have her own little section. I mean, every new character introduced. I love every character introduced was great. Even the new Nefarious, he was a cold motherfucker too. So it's a great game, man. It's one of those. It's Insomniac doing what the fuck they do, man. It is what it is.
So question for the panel, mind you, I'm in the minority right now. I haven't had time to play since I got back from Puerto Rico. Getting back into work and the swing of things.
Bruh,
I haven't had a chance, man. Well, I'm also moving this weekend. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot.
You're also making excuses, but go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
So would we consider this a contender for Game of the Year, if not Game of the Year right now, this early on, with the critical reception that it's been getting?
Oh yeah, at this moment, it's Game of the Year. Now, there's nothing else that actually came out that compares to it, low key. Like if it don't get Game of the Year, then I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say it's in the running, no doubt. I mean, graphically, gameplay wise, the way they were able to reinvent the wheel with this game. I mean, there's multiple Ratchet and Clank games, and the fact that they can come out, what is this, their 10th, 11th entry? Like, what other series has 10, 11 games that are still selling like crack? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this definitely game will be among the contenders, in my opinion.
You probably got an autographed copy too, huh, Nova?
Oh man, you ain't gonna let me live that one down. I got you. But yeah, all right. So, anyone else got anything to share? $, you want to say anything about?
Yeah. So this it's like the only game I actually play in fidelity mode too. So like usually I always switch it to 60 FPS because I just love responsiveness. You know,
PC
and always
snob.
I just love responsive over clarity. But this is the only game that looks so good where I choose clarity over responsiveness. Like
What
it's
is
that good.
unresponsive? Like what you mean by that?
So like, you know, with 60 FPS, you just like you see a bit more.
I mean, that's true,
yeah.
but it's not trash like it is, though. I'm saying.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's like, it looks so good in 30 FPS. Like sometimes when I play, like when I switch to 60 FPS and then I switch to 30 FPS, it's kind of a glaring difference where I can't do it. But for Rift Apart, like 30 FPS looks so good where I actually prefer to play it in fidelity over performance mode.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
And Optimus, I do want to let you know too. C-Dolla is, you know what I'm saying, he's our local PC snob. This man has a 3090, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, again, Odyssey
28 gig
G9.
RAM. Yeah, Odyssey G9. This man is balling, you know what I'm saying?
So he up there with you, Nova, because I know your rig is boss too.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how the Insomniacs do. Mine is CoolHand
Okay.
though.
All right.
Yeah. My rig is cold. My rig is cold too, bro. I just want to add that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think I got like 8 gigabytes of RAM or something like that.
Flexible.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
I think I got a something 700 as the graphic card. You know what I mean? I got a wired mouse. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
There you go.
Damn, son,
I
where'd you
flew
find
first
this?
class to Puerto Rico and back. That's all I got.
All right.
So Cruz, you don't have a Beast PC, or you do?
No, I do not. Hell no. I
mean, because we was on Porter Rock show. I remember Nova was bragging about his PC.
Oh hell yeah! That's what I'm saying. I'm rocking a 2018, 2020 upgraded Mac Mini. You know what I'm saying? 8-core.
Trapping off the MacBook. I got you.
You know what it is.
A MacBook. I got a Dell. Relax. I got a Dell.
My man is playing Civilization 6 really good over there, right, CoolHand? Right? You playing the orange box really good over there, I'm sure.
I played my PS5 more than you have at this point.
Hey, I'm catching up. Just work has been kicking my ass. But yeah, all right, let's get past Ratchet & Clank. We all love it. Y'all all know it's goated. So, you know what I'm saying, we'll move on. This game over here, it's just an update. Final Fantasy VII Intergrade. I'm personally a huge Final Fantasy fan, and I'll tell you this. We'll keep it short and sweet, and if anyone wants to add anything, you can do that. Final Fantasy VII Remake, if you're a fan of the series or not, fire game. The biggest drawback for me when I played on the PS4 Pro was the skybox was raggedy, right? The texture, the character models look great. Skybox, raggedy, pixelated, texture popping. And that's because, you know, the hard drive on the PS4, right? This game on PS5, keep this in mind. I lost all my save data, and once I booted it up just to play it, no, I'm playing it back, no problems. This game is fire. If you own the game, if you own a PS5, I highly recommend you get this.
Audio in the video.
You said what?
Is there audio in the video?
No, there's no audio in the video. The hell? How are you gonna interrupt my rant, bro?
Bruh.
Get out
So
of
So
here.
you saying that you like it so much that you don't mind starting over? That's what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't mind starting over. The game looks phenomenal, and I'll say the skybox alone does it. I know a couple people in here own a LG CX. Play this game on OLED TV, 4K. Play it on fidelity mode. If you'd like, it's fire. And that's all I got to say about this game. Then we can move on to the fun stuff, the E3 summer game stuff. Anyone else got anything to say about this game before we move on?
Who has a CX here? I'm just trying to figure out Nova.
Everyone except you.
Nah, I gotta say I went the Samsung route. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
got the Q90, whatever the most upgraded
Yeah.
Q. Yeah. I got that. You know what I'm saying? We're still doing the 120 hertz, 4K at the same time, all that
2.1.
good shit.
Yep.
Got VRR if it was available.
Yeah. You mean if it was an Xbox?
Well, I have an Xbox, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah.
it's not on PlayStation yet, you know what I'm saying? Which I don't care. I don't got time to. I'm gonna start ranting. Let me not do it.
Go ahead, do you think, Thrash?
I mean, we don't need VR if the frame rate's stable.
Yeah, VRR is just stupid. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Gamers don't give a fuck about no VRR. We plug and play. That's what we do. You know what I mean? But as far as Final Fantasy goes, I have it. I bought it, but I have this rule that if I'm playing a big time game, I can't play another big time game. I can play some smaller games, but I don't want to, because I got gamer sickness. So if I play something and then I like it, and then I play something else and I like it, that something else might take priority. Then I have to go back and just forget where the fucking progress was on that. And since I'm playing Ratchet and Clank, I'm waiting to beat that to start Final Fantasy again.
Oh,
because I already beat it, but I gotta see my girl do her thing. So
wait,
I gotta
who's your
do it one at
girl?
a time.
Are we talking Yuffie or are we talking?
Yeah, you're talking about youths.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
I'm team Jesse all the way. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I'm team Jesse all the way. Fuck all the rest of these bitches. Team Jesse was with it. 100%.
She wasn't with
That
it.
was-
She was 100.
she was
a down
100.
ass.
She knew what she wanted, and she wasn't playing all
Straightforward.
Nah, hell no. She was gonna smash Cloud. Cloud wasn't gonna smash her. Like, I don't know what
Yeah.
Cloud was thinking. I would have been took that down.
Yeah,
But-
I would have pump faking.
Yeah, he was. He was scared ass. But I gotta play with my girl Yuffie, man. When I remember playing on PS1, that was one of my favorite characters to run with.
What do we say about the titty physics in this one?
Ooh, PS5.
well,
advanced.
there was a titty presence, but I gotta check and see if the physics were actually added. Were there physics at first? Were they physics in that game?
Very.
I know,
slight.
I know. Jesse had metal titties. You know what I'm saying? As far as her armor goes, so you wasn't seeing it there. But I'm trying to think, like when what's her face? I don't even like the other bitches. I don't know what their names. But when she,
Tifa?
Tifa, when Tifa had on, when she got changed up in that city,
in the purple
getting all
dress.
sexy. Yeah. I chose the
Yeah.
red one. I'm a fucking G with that.
Okay.
But
I chose
Nah,
exotic.
but yeah, I don't know if she had physics then, but I definitely will check with the PS5 version for sure.
Thrash will come back with a
that?
comprehensive review on this channel.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Ratchet and Clank is a 9 simply because all 6 of Rivet's titties did not have physics on it, so
Oh.
it is what it is, dog.
Code, would you like to interject?
No, I ain't got nothing on that, bro. I'm good. I'm good.
All right. So moving on to our favorite console here, Xbox. So a lot of people stand divided on this. I'm actually surprised on the reception, and I did a live and shout out to I do want to give a shout out to Jez in the chat. Jez grind my gears. Check him out. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you fucking with us.
What's up, Jess? What's happening?
What's good, Jez? I did a live reaction with Mooch Crap and Brap actually on Sunday, and I'll just tell you right now, Mooch and Crap gave this a 7, Brap gave it an 8, and I gave it a 6. And I want to hear actually, you know what? I do want to hear everyone's kind of general reactions, and then we'll go kind of through like game by game. But me personally, I gave it a 6 out of 10 because my mind frame, I'm looking at this as if this was at a traditional E3, right? And when I say traditional E3, I don't mean Nintendo throwing up a table and with a TV on and saying, "Hey, we're at E3." No, when Nintendo, Sony, and PlayStation were at E3, they showed a day apart. I don't think this would have been an 8 out of 10 if Sony and Nintendo had a stage presence. I'll say that number one. And while yes, they did get a lot of games from added to Game Pass. Overall, the quality when you're playing games like Final Fantasy, when you're playing games like Ratchet and Clank, and we can go back, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It just doesn't hit as hard because you're like, well, these are cool. Forza looks great as always, right? When has Forza not looked great?
On PC, sure.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. To me, it was kind of middle tier. What did you guys think? I'll start off with Thrash. What was kind of your opinion of the Xbox show? What's your 1 out of 10 rating?
0 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Look, I'm not doing it as a fanboy. Trust me, dog. Like I honestly have an honest reason as to why. I might look at gaming different than everybody else, but I was talking about it a little bit earlier before we went live. I like to see next gen games on next gen consoles. What E3 showed me, especially Microsoft's E3, is that next gen won't start for years. I mean, they show games that are years in the future, and I don't see anything that's depicting the $500 price tag of a console. You know what I'm saying? With PlayStation, they showed you Horizon. You can see the next gen in it. You can play the next gen in fucking Ratchet and Clank. That means that gen has already started. What I see from Microsoft, I see the prettiest game there being Forza Horizon 5. But then when I compare the pictures, and I posted this on Twitter, to where I took pictures from Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Horizon 5 and just threw them out there and like, dang, this looks next gen. And everybody's agreeing. And it's like, bro, this is the same game that it was. It was always beautiful. Forza Horizon 4 is one of the most beautiful games ever made last gen.
That's true. Yeah.
And it was always beautiful. So, I mean, there was no upgrade. The only difference is just a new location. So it's a DLC. That's why it's out so fast. That's why you ain't heard nothing about it. This shit is a DLC. And I guess it's not a bad thing, but to me, that's not next gen. You know what I mean? I want to see something that's going to be like 12 teraflops of power. I want to sit back, grind some coffee beans. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying grind because Jez is here.
Hey.
And I want to be able to sip my coffee and be like, God damn it, that looks fucking fantastic. God damn it, that's next gen. And I just never throughout the entire show got the feeling of next gen. Throughout the entire E3.
I will say the only cool thing for me was looking at, the actual concept behind Halo's multiplayer. I thought that was really cool. They really lost me when they showed DLC for Sea of Thieves. And I don't know why, when you're in an event like this, downloadable content should never be shown in a gaming event. It should never be shown. Not at the E3, not at the Game Awards, not at the Summer Game
Awards. It shouldn't be highlighted, that's for sure.
It should not at all. It should not be a show. It should not be part of the main showcase.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been. It should have been all next gen, dog. It should have been all. They should have had less fucking CGI trailers. We over that.
Like Pirates of the Caribbean DLC for Sea of Thieves, that's a Twitter announcement. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not E3 showcase worthy. You feel me? Like you're on this stage. You have things coming down the pipeline, and what you tell me is, hey, we have things coming down the pipeline, but we don't have anything yet, or you're showing me a CGI trailer with no gameplay behind it.
Man,
that doesn't do anything for me. You know what I mean? At least when I found out about Miles Morales, they showed me the CGI trailer. Then I saw gameplay shortly after. Ratchet Clank gameplay.
Gameplay. Yeah, always gameplay. Never CGI.
Always behind it.
I mean, like it's like this, bro. If you're gonna come with a new console, right? We take all this time. The joke about Microsoft is wait till E3 because or Xbox doesn't have no game.
Facts.
So and people are saying, wait, they're building up, they're doing this, they're doing that. And then they come with CGI trailers. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck have they been doing this whole time? You know what I mean? Like what have we been? Is this what we've been waiting for?
What was the
We've been
game?
waiting for Starfield, bro. Like,
What was the game? What was the game that people were saying like, oh, hey, was it? I think it was Hellblade, right? Hellblade 2. They were like, hey, we have nothing. We have nothing.
And it was announced in 2019.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, 3 developers said that, right? So they said that Pete Hines today during the extended showcase for Bethesda and Xbox said, hey, we didn't show more of Starfield or more gameplay, not to be dicks, but because we don't have anything more to show because it's still in development. And the Outer Worlds 2, CGI trailer also just poked fun of the fact that they didn't have no gameplay to show. So 3 developers admit it.
Actually 4 because you got Rare too, right? I mean, they haven't shown any gameplay, but we already know they're starting from scratch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's going on over there?
Optimus, I do want to hear your kind of take, and I'm just scrolling through different videos and stuff. We can get into the nitty gritty. I just want to show everyone in the audience this thing I made on Photoshop here. Okay, so I just want to give me your honest opinion, guys. What Captain Jack Sparrow looks better, the one on the left or the one on the right? Just doing a social experiment here.
Well, I won't know until I show it, until I see it. Oh, the one on the right.
Yeah, I got the delay.
Yeah, I got the delay too. I'll wait till I see
Here
it.
we go. The one on the right.
The one on the right?
The one on the left to me.
Oh, yeah,
the one.
The one. That's the one from Kingdom Hearts, right?
Okay, so before you spoiled it, the one on the left is from Kingdom Hearts 3 on PS4 base. The one on the right is from Sea of Thieves, next gen. I get it. Before we go and saying, hey, well, the art style is more cartoony. This just adds to the point where I don't want to see this shit at E3, man. I don't want to see.
Yeah, facts.
This shit. But I do want to hear from Optimus. I want to kind of get your overall thoughts, whether you have like a score for the whole E3
Sure, well, you're not gonna hear much different than what you already heard. Okay. I think Thrash is tripping with a 0, like that's cap. But
trust me, it's not.
I gave it a 4 out of 10. But that was when I thought that Age of Empires was coming to Xbox Series X. When I found out it wasn't, I dropped it to a 3.5 out of 10. So that's my scores for basically the same things that other people have already said. Okay. I was annoyed that they announced DLC as a new game. I was annoyed they announced all these expansion packs as new games, Elder Scrolls expansion. Yep. But that's not a new game. That is just DLC. Especially after the meta was full of all of this Miles' glorified DLC stuff. So then they have the nerve to turn around and at a showcase list like 4 or 5 DLCs and expansions as new games. And I'm watching their fan base just eat it up and cheer. So like that was annoying already. So they started losing points for that. Mm-hmm. Then I was also annoyed that they only showed one game on the console itself, which was the flight simulator.
Exactly.
That really annoyed me. Like, have we learned nothing from Cyberpunk? And no one cares that they only showing it on PC.
So why'd you give it a 4?
Okay, so I did like that finally they had a surprise, right? So I thought it was only going to be Halo and the stuff we already knew about. And I thought that we was going to see updated versions of Bright Memory and Scorn and all of that stuff that we already knew about. But instead, they had a couple of nice surprises with the Forza Horizon, and they got a date. I had a date for it, and then Flight Simulator, and they had a date for that. And then they did have some nice additions to Game Pass. I thought a lot of the indie stuff looked nice. I do agree with you, Thrash, that it wasn't really next gen, but I can't even hold you that it's like trash looking because it's not. A couple of those indies looked really nice. So there is something to do on the console now, and Microsoft themselves is starting to contribute, but just not enough, in my opinion. But so like it wasn't 0, but it wasn't high either.
I will say, like I said, the highlight for me, and I feel like it was the highlight for everybody, was knowing what the Halo multiplayer is going to be like. I do love what they're doing with their battle pass system. Like, hey, if you miss out on a battle pass, fear not. You can get it. You can get it. Retro.
You can buy it. You can buy old one.
You could buy it retroactively. That's awesome. The customization looks amazing. Like this is what Halo has done before, right? They took the multiplayer, they did something new with it, they kind of turned it on its head. I just need to see execution when actual gameplay goes live.
Right.
Yeah.
They still got a chance to lower the score, right, or they can raise it, but that
Yeah.
showcase itself was a 3.5 for me.
I'm actually kind of surprised you'd even go that low, and not that I disagree with you at all. That's actually, and I won't even say brave. That's straight up. There was nothing there that was that great. And I actually want to. I got videos of all the games I liked. There's gonna be a little bit of delay for you guys to see, but I liked Atomic Heart. Right, it was that really weird looking game. It was very reminiscent to, I would say, like a BioShock. Or a Ghostwire Tokyo.
It did give you a little BioShock vibe, yeah.
Yeah. There was another game I liked called it was an indie called Somerville.
Somerville, yes sir. Yeah.
Stalker 2 was interesting. Stalker 2 was interesting.
Stalker 2.
Reminisce or something like that. Is it Reminisce or something like that? That's the one I saw that I liked.
Oh no, you're talking about Replace, which I'm gonna play.
Replace, yeah, that.
I'm gonna play that in a second.
That was my favorite.
So what y'all looking at right now is Somerville. It looks interesting. It really does. And it's crazy that these type of games that I'm usually not into like that are the ones that kind of piqued my interest. So y'all looking at Somerville. I'm gonna go change it to Replaced. I think this is a game that it's worth looking at, if anything. It mixes like pixel art with 3D. It's really dope.
Yeah, they did. It looked nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So Thrash, you gotta at least give it a 1 for Replaced.
No. Look. I keep my own word, and I expect them to keep theirs. The way I look at it, my money is a 10. So if you're selling your console, telling me 12 teraflops of power and how easy it is to utilize an RDNA 2 and all that good shit, and I don't see it at the E3 after you launch, 6 months after you launch, you have no games, and then you show me nothing. I expect to see 12 teraflops of power. I do.
Facts.
I mean, that's what you sold me on. I mean, I would do the same thing to Sony, same thing to Nintendo. And Sony promised the SSD. How you gonna load this shit up? Look at Ratchet and Clank. Other than that, I'd have been like, nope. You know, like I honestly feel like every game there could have been played on an Xbox One X last gen.
So here.
Whoa, what about Flight Sim?
Flight Sim is on Xbox One X too, right?
No,
they canceled it.
Well, I'm talking about the One X version, the Series X version will not.
Right. That game is old already. That is a downgrade from it. It's a downgrade port from PC.
Well, every port from PC is going to be a downgrade.
Well, I'm saying it was on PC first, right? It's a game that's on PC available, and now have been downgraded.
That game was announced for the Xbox Series X originally. Right. You know, then they changed.
Well, it's always been on PC though. It's been on PC before Xbox existed. You know what I'm saying? It's always like straight up a PC game.
Yeah.
But it's just. I mean, I'm not impressed by a Google Map simulator. That's all that is. I mean, they showed Top Gun, right? And I'm asking, okay, I'm a gamer. Can I shoot missiles? You know what I'm saying? Am I going to be dog fighting in that?
Simulator. It's not really a game. It's a simulator.
You can simulate a dog fight in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, what aren't we simulating? We just simulating floating? Like, I mean,
fighter pilots in the air. Fighter pilots in the airports do have.
Come on,
bro.
Hey, that game would have been lit as fuck if they would have had dog fighting in that fucking beautiful map that they have. Right? I'm just saying, if they would have had fucking dog fighting, like somebody just hitting the brakes like Tom Cruise did, and then have dude fly under him and then blow him up. Bro, if you can relive that, come on, dog. Come on, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm a gamer, dog. That to me is just Google Maps that you're flying in, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't even get, like have some terrorists bust in or have an engine blow out and I got to like simulate what I would do not to crash. You know what I'm saying? I want to be Denzel. I want to be Denzel Washington flying upside down to fix everything and then flying like this and then do a crash landing and save how many lives. Like, that would be way more fucking fun than just sitting there looking at beautiful sights.
But the thing is, sometimes in our industry, sometimes a game is critically acclaimed because it is a technological achievement. And you are talking about specific gameplay elements, which I don't disagree with you, but it's like you are ignoring the technical masterpiece that game is, and you saying, well, that part don't
What?
really
No.
count.
What's
It
the
is a
technical
simulator.
masterpiece? They're
Well, yeah.
using what? Satellite images,
Yeah,
right?
it's like real time.
I mean, real time satellite imagery.
Weather, real weather that
Right.
matches Earth. Yeah,
All that beautiful stuff that's already happening. That was already happening on PC a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I expect better for me. I got high expectations. I'm not gonna give Microsoft any slack, just like I wouldn't give Sony any slack.
Well, yeah, but being fair is not giving them slack. You're saying that you expect their console versions to look better than the PC counterpart.
No. I expect their console version to have console games that look better than everything on PC. Kind of like how the weaker PlayStation is doing. That's what I expect. If you're going to talk about power and all of that shit for all these years, all they've been talking about is power, and then you never show it. What are you doing other than lying to me about what your console can do? Because power means nothing to us as gamers. We can't do anything with it. Only the developers can take advantage of that.
Yeah, you not gonna get no argument from me on that. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, that's why I can't score it. I can't. I mean, I seen that game looking better on PC, so I'm not going to be impressed seeing it looking worse on an Xbox. I'm not going to be impressed by that. I mean, you got to give me a new game on your system if you want to impress me and get my points. You got to impress me in that way. You got to do something to make.
I got a new game for you that's on the screen right now. So I just pulled up Starfield, and I'm actually curious to hear what you guys think about what they did show. Right, what's on the screen right now, and kind of adding to the credence about PC games. Bethesda, which shout out Bethesda, that's down the street from where I live. Bethesda games have primarily, in my eyes, have always played best on PC, right? And there's huge communities behind Bethesda games that are on PC.
But the modding community,
the modding community. Yeah, so the fact that we're getting what was said by Todd Howard as a Skyrim in space, we know this game is going to be played best on PC. Regardless, the fact that it's coming to, consoles, which is more accessible. Did this game knowing all that, did this game do anything for you? Are you like, damn,
Let me go first, because mine going to be short.
Okay, go ahead.
No, it didn't do nothing for me. The game, I'm not excited for Starfield at all. Like, I know nothing about it, and even after this, I don't know any more about it than I did before. And I don't know why people keep talking about it so much, like they have seen so much, and it's just so awesome. Like, they had a concept, Skyrim in space or Fallout in space. Like, okay, like I still need to see something. Yeah. So for me, I'm completely neutral on Starfield. I'm not hyped for it. I don't hate on it either, because it's like invisible to me. There is nothing for me to do about it until
I agree with you 100%, Optimus, because I'm trying to figure out where the fuck did the hype come from? How did hype generate from something that has shown nothing?
Well, let's ask Nova, because Nova, you're a big Skyrim fan, right? At least you've been, you played that a ton as a kid. So
I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan.
So is Todd Howard just saying this is Skyrim in space do anything for you, or do you still need to see what the game is?
Because this is a game I would never buy on console, anyways. I would definitely play this on PC, but
whoa. Why? How do you know that? How you know nothing about it?
Just because, like going back to the statement I said before, because Bethesda games always played best on PC.
Oh, just because it's Bethesda, okay.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm just using historical precedents.
I understand. I feel you on that. Yeah.
But one thing I do want to say is, we already got Fallout in space. That was the fucking Outer Worlds, right?
Yeah.
Right? Obsidian, Fallout New Vegas in space. But the thing about that game is, and it's funny because I got into some rabbit hole last night where I was reading a bunch of meta reviews for the Outer Worlds. I was reading user scores, and even though it got a lower user score than the critic score, but I think it got a 7.3. People said that game was pretty like bland for an RPG. So I'm just hoping
I disagree with that. I thought it was kind of small compared to the regular Elder Scrolls size of the world.
Yeah.
Even though it had like different planets and stuff, like you couldn't really go all over the planets. But that being said, I don't know. It wasn't sparse at all. I thought it was not dull or boring. I thought they did a real good job with it.
Okay. Would you recommend it to someone who likes those type of games?
Yeah, if you like RPGs, if you like Fallout 3, I would definitely recommend the Outer Worlds. Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. So overall, Starfield didn't do nothing for nobody. And I want to
hear. They didn't show nothing. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, you're right. I want to play another game. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say they lied. So I mean, 25 years in the making, and you say you don't have anything to show because you're not there. So was it a thought for 25 years? I mean, that's one. Number two, why even show this? Well, don't even show it. Just skip E3. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, just skip E3. There's no hype. There was hype before. I remember seeing a lot of people talking about it. Oh, Starfield's going to be there. You watch. So, and now more people are talking about fucking for Forza Horizon than any game that was showed at E3.
So that's what happens when you show gameplay.
So now I'm going to propose this question to the panel. Are we seeing the final days of Phil Spencer as the head of Microsoft due to this E3?
Absolutely not.
No, they wouldn't be due to the E3. It'll be due. He's going to leave on his own accord. I think he's going to leave soon on his own accord, though. I think who's going to take his place is going to be Todd Howard. I believe because he's a popular face.
I would see that, yeah.
And because Matt Booty just isn't a popular person. He isn't flamboyant or whatever the fuck. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have that it factor where gamers are like, "Ooh, I can, follow this guy." But Todd Howard could probably garner a following. That's why I think Phil Spencer was barely there, but I think he's just getting up there to where he's like, "Look, I'm the boss of the boss. I don't do just Xbox. Yeah. I'm gonna need somebody to be the face of Xbox." And Matt Booty, he can be the boss, but he's not gonna be the face. And I believe Todd Howard will.
I want to go back to a comment that we just said about everyone hyping Forza. Let's be clear here, right? Forza looks great. Again, I just said this. Most people who play racing sims are really into racing sims.
Forza's not a sim, though.
Oh, not a sim because isn't one of them a sim like the Horizon?
Motorsport.
Yeah. So, I stand corrected. So. People who like these car games, basically what I'm trying to say is, I feel like a lot of people are saying, "Oh my gosh, look at this game," when half of y'all motherfuckers aren't going to play it.
Oh, sure. They'll boot it up to take screenshots, but they're not going to try to beat the campaign or none of that.
Exactly. Because car games, they're still kind of a niche, right? I mean, they sell okay, but they're not doing God of War numbers.
Yeah, I haven't bought a Need for Speed Underground.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just think they're kind of hyping this. Now, the game I'm playing right now is Redfall. This is what they used to close out the show. This game did, again, same thing with Starfield. We just saw some fucking CGI. How many times have we seen CGI, and then when the game actually shows, it's just like, wait, what? I remember when they announced Bleeding Edge, it looked great in a CGI trailer, and then once we actually saw what the game was about,
honestly, they played so much CGI. I thought they were going to start a movie studio. That's honestly.
Yeah, real talk. I mean, I honestly, when I first saw this trailer start, before they got to the name and all that, I thought it was fucking State of Decay 3. That's what I thought.
Yeah, me too.
I did too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is. I can't sit there and tell y'all to y'all face I'm hype about this. I mean, I gave it a 0, right? I gave this fucking show a 0, and this is part of the reason is it's too much mystery meat being served. You know what I mean? Like this could be a card game for all we know. You know, it could be a Pokemon game to where you got to find humans to kill motherfucking vampire. We don't know. Like I don't understand why they keep like withholding information. Xbox is the one company that needs to have as much information as possible, as they are behind in everything. And it was just frustrating for me to watch. To
So,
be honest.
Thrash, hold on. So on that point right there, and see, and that's the thing. So you would think what you said is true, but that's not true because the Xbox fan base does not require what you are saying. You are looking at it more like a consumer where Xbox has to earn your business.
Yeah, I mean that's how I look at it. That's how I mean.
No, that's not how it works. They give Xbox their money and then they just wait patiently to be rewarded. And whatever Xbox does, they say it's great. If Xbox only listened to its fans, we would still have 2013 because no matter what Xbox does, their fans are going to say it's great. They give them old games, it's great. We don't have new games for 5 years, that's great. Now we got a new game, now that's great. We don't have ray tracing, well, that's great. We're going to have a powerful console with ray tracing, that's great. Like, it don't matter how many times they contradict themselves, nothing, it won't matter. The Xbox fan base will be happy with whatever Xbox is doing. So no, they don't have to prove or earn anything.
Yeah, because I mean, the only thing we know for sure right now is that Netflix runs better on the Xbox than it does on the PlayStation. That's all I know. That's for sure.
Plays best on Xbox. What did y'all think about?
They sound that was it Dolby Vision exclusive?
Yeah, they have.
That's a big deal. Don't sleep on that. That is a big deal. Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, that's
Xbox. That is a big deal.
For 2 years, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. I can't believe we didn't even get to this. What did y'all think about Battlefield 2042? I got it up on the screen right now. They did show us some gameplay of this. I will reserve my opinion for the last. Thrash, what do you think about this Battlefield, man?
Oh, I'm a Battlefield fan. You know what I'm saying?
Does it tick all the boxes for you?
No, not all of them, but it's ticking boxes in the right direction. I mean, me and a whole lot of other Battlefield players were just tired of the old school World War One. Man, you can't leave us with Modern Warfare 4. I mean, Modern Warfare, Battlefield 4, and then go to all this old timey shit for the next 5 years or something like that. We need this, but at the same time, if it don't got hardcore mode, then I'm still pissed off. You know what I mean? I can't. I only play on hardcore. So,
I will say.
So
cool.
I mean, it looks nice. It looks great. I like the vehicles. I like I'm glad the destruction is back. The tornadoes, the level changing things. I love that about Part 4. So we glad to see that shit back. But graphically, it looks good. Graphically, but I can't expect the third party developer to give me the eye pop and shit that a first party would be able to do.
Yeah, I mean, because you also have to think about it, right? It's what they're promoting 128 player base, so I'm not expecting it to be like too graphically intensive.
Right.
The other thing that I think is really cool that kind of sold me on the game actually was the in-game customization for your weapon class.
They're showing it right now.
That was awesome. You know what I mean? Like that in itself was like, oh shit, that's new. That's cool. Because you can do that on Call of Duty, but only when you die. You know what I mean? When you die, before you pick your class, you can customize in game. But this is why you're playing. Like once I get a free moment to breathe, oh, let me take this scope. Let me put this suppressor. Let me put this ammo clip. You know what I mean? Like you have these options. I'm like, oh, that's some next gen shit. That's some new shit that's gonna that Call of Duty will probably duplicate.
Let me go real quick because. To be clear, I do not like multiplayer games.
Hold on.
He was about to say some shit. Go ahead.
You're my new best friend.
It's not that I don't like multiplayer games. Multiplayer games are fine. It's just my life is too unpredictable, and the amount of coordination and setup to where my schedule has to match with somebody else's, or I have to play with these fucking randoms who call me fag and nigger all night. It's like, I'm not really trying to deal with that bullshit. So I like playing with a crew, and if we can get it all set up, that's one thing. But the likelihood of that happening on the regular, it's not. So I prefer single player stuff. And then I get bored of just doing the same shit all the time, running, shooting. So it's cool. It's got its place, but I'm a predominantly single player. So Battlefield didn't really do nothing for me, although it did make me want to go ahead and build me a PC. Because if I'm going to play Battlefield, it's definitely going to be on PC.
Facts. Damn, that
These,
you know what?
these are facts.
You notice
That was
how
a
when
great
they
take. That was a great take.
but I'm
by the
saying
way.
you notice how when they showed this game in particular, they showed gameplay.
Yeah, they did.
I
Like,
mean,
that's-
it's the standard, dog. Like you gotta show gameplay, man. It's just the standard now. To me, it's the standard. Graphics are good enough to where you don't need CGI. So the only time using CGI is if you copping out. That's how I look at it, bro.
Yeah, I
Pretty.
mean, they should be able to just do everything in engine at this point. You'd expect. I'm not a developer, but I'd assume. But damn, man, I'm Code. You hit me hard with that one, man, because I felt like I was the only guy on the island. I'm like, yo, I just don't have time to play multiplayer like that, or maybe I do, but when I do hop on, I want to just play these freaking story games, man. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe I got older.
I wish you would have heard Nova when we got him to buy Outriders to
Oh
play
my
with.
god! Don't
I
ever
was-
bring up that fucking game on this channel.
I still
Ever
haven't
bring
bought
up
that
that
shit.
fucking game. They made me get this game, right? While we're playing it, I'm streaming this game, by the way, right? The moment I get it, I'm on the phone with Sony trying to return it, and they
Why?
wouldn't let me, man. I
Oh,
hated
because
the
it was,
game.
Because he didn't want the game first, and then it was like we got it day one to play and stream it, and then all the day one bugs and it and
No.
day
Okay.
one lasted for about a
wasn't.
month.
It
what
wasn't
I
even
mean?
the bugs. It wasn't even the bugs. That game just felt so damn generic to me. I was like, all right, the world looks like Destiny 1, but it's not as fun as Destiny, where I can jump up and float, and and you know what? Arguably, to anyone who's like, man, this guy's tripping, I didn't get far enough where I unlocked all the powers, but from my 2-hour, 3-hour impressions, I did not like that game, man. And it just left the worst taste in my mouth. Can't mess
Oh
with
yeah,
that game.
yeah. You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one. I didn't even buy it because I knew I wasn't going to like it. I mean, I was like
Say the
PS5,
bugs-
Xbox Series X, and I'm looking at a PS3 game right now. I cannot do that shit, nigga.
I
can't.
will say the bugs were bad enough to make me stop playing the game.
Bro, he
Which
was-
bugs though? What you mean?
Like I was stuck on the start screen for 15-20 minutes at a time. Like
Whoa.
that shit was ridiculous. And I have great internet. Like my shit is
Yeah.
not garbage.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that the launch was kind of fun. Well, that's part to the course. Even Battlefield, I know it's like a fucking religion now, to where it's gonna launch fucked up. It launch is not gonna be working. So
Well, we know that, but I mean, like, yo, it was like a month though. Like a week.
oh no,
like,
it's unacceptable. I mean, my my $70 at least especially for Battlefield, didn't have a time release on it. You know what I mean? You didn't have to wait for a patch to get my money. You know what I mean? So I
Damn.
expect things to work day one. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
I mean, any game that fuck up like that is on my
yeah,
bad side.
there will be moments, where, and mind you, this lasted about a month, right? Like there'll be moments where I'm progressing, and I have like Returnal flashbacks, like Vietnam flashbacks and shit, and it just might my game would close out. I'm like, what the fuck? I've just been on the loading screen for 20
All right,
minutes, and you
we've
close out?
talked too much about that trash ass game. May it never be spoken on this podcast from this day forward. Thank you, Jesus.
What game is that? What game?
I can't even say it.
Oh, you almost said it. You almost said it. No.
All I'm gonna say is I platinumed that game. We can't say.
Oh man. Oh man.
That's what I'm
The
talking
blasphemy.
about. Grinder.
The blasphemy. What did we think about
It's a pretty short plat.
Far Cry 6? I don't care about this game. I liked Far Cry 4. The series is cool. I'm like, it just kind of like what Code said. It's very, you go invade this town, you liberate it, and then you copy and paste until you're done.
All right, I'm only gonna say this because I'm a fan of the actor.
Facts.
Bugging out, Gustavo,
I
Yeah.
love him.
and like that's my guy. Yo, go back to Massachusetts. That's my shit. I love him. Do the right thing. Fresh, stupid dope moves.
Oh, he was in Fresh as well. Yeah.
School days. You don't know nothing about that though.
Oh,
School
damn.
Days. School Days was amazing. I've seen every Spike Lee movie. Come on, don't listen. This is all minority podcast. This is all minority podcast. Optimus. We from Maryland, DC, man. We don't play that shit around here.
You better chill for Optimus block your ass again.
Man, I don't even know what that was about. Let's move on from that.
All right, we just fucking around. All right, so did no one care about Far Cry 6? I mean, we looking at it right now.
When I saw the initial trailer, I thought it looked pretty cool. Like, I like the whips. I like the setting. I think Cuba is pretty fun. I like how like the custom.
What's wrong with this nigga? What you mean you like the whips?
Like the old school like 1960 like convertible.
You mean the car whip?
The
okay,
whips.
right.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, the whips. Yes.
I was about to say
vehicles. The vehicles.
There you go.
Yeah. But the only thing I didn't like was they also like show the trailer for the battle pass.
Yeah.
Oh man, another battle pass, another game.
Yeah, so like I gotta pay $70 and I gotta pay like another $40 so I can play as the old villains. But besides that, I don't know. The main story has my interest.
Yo, logical nonsense. Yes, we will be talking about Kojima and Blue Box. We're just getting through the Xbox stuff. We're gonna talk about some Nintendo stuff, and we'll get to it, man. Just stick around for us. Thank you, man. All right, so
let me co-sign what Cruz was saying because he hit the nail right on the head. It didn't look really interesting to me. It didn't look next gen. None of that. It was just, all right, here's another Far Cry.
I'm right there with Optimus, dog. As I've been consistent. If it wasn't next gen looking, I wasn't. Look at her titties. Like if it wasn't next gen looking, then I wasn't with it, bro. I'm not with this because the last one looked better than this. To me, the last one looked better than this, dog. I don't know. I can't. Yeah. So no, I have no love for it, none at all.
This looks like.
Well, I'm gonna have a little love for it because of the actor, just like Cruz. Like, all right, let me see what my man's did. How did he pull it off?
Yeah, that's my nigga. I love him. He's a great actor. One of the greatest actors, the most underrated actors in acting, bro. Like, that's sad facts, man. But I don't give a fuck, nigga. They should have did his face right. I don't care what nobody says.
So that was that Xbox shit. It might look great on the PS5. Hold on, bro.
This shit looks like it's played on a base Xbox One, man. You know the TV one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they said
it does.
So it might look a lot better on the PS5.
All right, let's and apologies to everyone watching. You know, I don't play with Nintendo because I'm not trying to get my shit taken down, so I could only do screenshots, unfortunately. Nintendo, I don't even want to. You know what? I'm gonna just skip straight to Thrash. I only got four games that I highlighted, and you'll see them on air. Tekken, Super Smash, WarioWare, very fun, underrated game. If you want to talk about a couch co-op game that's just fun as hell, WarioWare, right? Ever since the Wii, these games have been fire. I would say even to the DS. And then of course Metroid Dread. So Thrash, I don't know where you stand on Nintendo so much, so I want to hear what you think.
Well, Nintendo won E3 for me, right?
I agree.
Every like they showed Metroid, it already won. You know what I'm saying? To me, I'm a Metroid guy, right? And I can't, like I said, it's all about what they promised to deliver, right? As far as their consoles give. When I saw Breath of the Wild, and I'm like, God damn, this shit look good. People like, oh, but I'm like, bro, you got to think about something real quick. This is running on the Switch. This is gameplay too. You know what I'm saying? And it's running on the Switch. This is an open world game that now they've added sky to it. To where they just added a whole lot more to an open world game that is running on that shit. And it looks great. Yeah, you know what I mean, just the powers. I mean, like that. That's why Nintendo is just can't fuck with them, bro, because they can just do anything they want. Now, it wasn't their best show. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that this was their best show, but I'm gonna tell you, it was a great show. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just show shit that their people going to want, that Nintendo fans like, and that hardcore gamers like. Any hardcore gamer who saw Metroid and no Metroid back in the day is like, I'm on top of that.
Thrash.
Crazy.
No, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying.
I just wanted to ask you, why is it that Nintendo can put their balls on the table and say, "Hey, you want to play a Nintendo game? You know what the hell you need to do." But with all the other consoles, it's always a back and forth. Nintendo hasn't given a shit since the inception. If you want to play Nintendo games, you come over here. Yeah, we'll bring your character into Super Smash Bros. But Mario's not going over there.
Nah, hell no.
Hell
You know
no.
what it is? You know
What is
why? Because like think about it like this. If you're walking down the street, right? And then you see an anthill, do you go and listen to what those ants are doing? No, right? You're not gonna listen to them. That's what Nintendo in the gaming shit. That's what Nintendo is. They are the gods of gaming, bro. Mario is the face of gaming. They are the most trusted gaming console, gaming brand out there. They have the best. They have the best, bro. They are so underrated. They have the best DLC.
Everybody.
They have that their DLCs are amiibos. That means their DLC, you can buy that DLC once and it'll carry across multiple games and multiple systems.
Physical.
Bro, every time I get a game, I start getting my amiibos out and tapping them.
Right, exactly. It's like an automatic DLC. Yeah, it's an automatic DLC. People don't understand like how much all these consoles copy off of Nintendo. I'm surprised they haven't done an amiibo thing. That shit is genius. I don't even have any. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a single amiibo.
And
but
not even
I know how fucking crazy good that is.
Yeah, check it out. When Smash Brothers came out and they were doing the amiibos for the Smash Brothers, do you know how much like those amiibos, the first the first wave of those Smash Brothers cost? They're fucking bread, bro. Like that shit is like resale.
People be trading them. You can fucking because people collect them. People buying them for
crazy
money. It's crazy, man.
But here's the thing about Nintendo. Nintendo could do what they do. Shout out to you, Thrash, because they have outlasted everybody. Atari, Sega, every fucking body.
Yeah.
They're here. They've made a namesake. They've developed their own IPs. They've made them a namesake, a staple to the point where you know when you see Mario, you think Nintendo automatic. It goes hand in hand the other way as well. You think Kirby, see Kirby. Nintendo, Saint across the whole fucking board. Metroid, you can't play anywhere else. Star Fox, you cannot play anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like F-Zero, you can't play anywhere else. You can only play this game on Nintendo.
So they are consistent.
I want to ask Optimus the same thing. How come it's not anti-consumer when Nintendo does it?
Because they've catered to everyone.
Well, so a couple of things, kind of like what Thrash said, like people can call it anti-consumer all they want. It's not going to change anything. Nintendo moves to their own beat, and they don't care. Like if you look at the Wii U, so Epic failed on their part, right? Like they came out with the Wii U, they still had those same great franchises and exclusives, and the system wasn't selling. So they was like, okay, let's take a step back. Let's see what we need to do. They came out with the Switch, 2018, 2019, somewhere, 2017?
Yeah, I think 2017, I believe.
2017.
And they surpassed Xbox.
And they catching up to the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
And it's like they rerouted, they dropped after Xbox, surpassed them, and now they're coming for Sony because they just have the formula. And my point to all of that is they can even take a loss and then bounce back and still be on what they was on without changing a single strategy.
Fact.
Why do people let them get away with it? That is a really good question. I ain't gonna even hold you on that because they do get away. They do some stuff that other people, if they tried it, they would not get away with it. Nintendo took all them games that's from Wii U and resold them to you again for $56 or $7, and ain't nobody complaining. And I'm one of them. And I don't know why I complain. I don't care.
Like I said, they know Nintendo. He can't even show gameplay. This fool got to play. He got to show screenshots. That's how cold Nintendo is. They're like, you can't even play my shit.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Listen, here's
jeez, bro.
And with the cherry on top, they played Metroid Dread. This isn't even the Metroid game we're waiting for.
Metroid Prime 4.
It's what I'm saying, but it's new. We'll call it a gap stop game. It's a cool, and it's nice. It's a nice little throwback, right? It's a 2D
placeholder just to tide you over.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and you're gonna get exactly what you want from this game. You know what I mean? It's gonna do what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to. It's gonna keep your attention.
I'm sick of seeing all it. I'm not really sick of them because I think they're doing a good job. A lot of these games have that Metroid formula. I think that Returnal did a good job with the Metroid formula. Ori did an excellent job with the Metroid formula. but they like, all right, hold up. Like, look, let me show you motherfuckers how it's really supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, those games, the genre is named after Metroid. The Metroidvania is named after Metroid and Castlevania.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those are the gods. That's like I said, Sony got too many gods on their squad. I mean, that's just what it is. They just got too many god games to ever be. That's why they can get away with everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're just gonna say, "So what? You're gonna buy it. So what? You're gonna buy it." That's the only sentence. They say it in Japanese. I mean, but we can't understand it. But I understand it because I watch anime.
And shout out to
This man said, I understand it because I was
and shout out to GQ in the chat. He said they're a 100-year-old company. They were toy makers before they were game designers, and they brought that organizational mindset with them. They just create fun. That is true.
Yeah,
that is
these
true.
are facts. They have a VR made out of cardboard. Enough said, dog.
Enough
You
said.
know what I'm saying? Enough said.
Honestly, that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous. Yeah. Like the amount of innovation they do. Like their space in the augmented reality like spectrum. Like it's amazing. You know what I mean? That whole Mario Kart circuit is dope. Oh, so I just get a fucking remote control car. I can control it through my Switch. And I can play it in my living room, and I can make my living room a racetrack. That's fucking cool,
bro. Do you understand? Do you understand how deep of a laugh Nintendo had when Microsoft came on the E3 stage with the with their AR with the what's that shit called that HoloLens when they came on there and they're playing fucking Minecraft. They're playing Minecraft on it, and they're over there laughing at it because they like, damn, we did this with the 3DS. Like
what they did with Conquer with that stupid ass HoloLens was one of the most blasphemous.
Bro, do not sleep on HoloLens. I'm not sure they got the price down to consumer level yet, but shit, HoloLens is the truth. But it don't matter for us gamers because they could never sell it to us because it'll be way too expensive. But
yeah, it's not gonna happen. Well, I mean, like I said, Nintendo did it with the $100. I mean, even the Vita had some AR aspect to it. So it's like
AR, yeah. But hold on, I'm gonna switch subjects real quick because like I'm all in on Nintendo. But the one thing that I will notice and that really caught me off guard, and it was a very pleasant surprise, and I had to play the game like 2 or 3 times to make sure that I wasn't just so hyped to get a PS5 that I was deceiving myself. But I'm pretty sure Astro's Playroom, they did a really good job of out Nintendoing Nintendo.
Yes.
Wow. Everything in that game felt like they studied Nintendo and they finally figured out how to reproduce it. And that game was excellent.
You know, Optimus, it felt like a PlayStation, like a PS1 throwback. That's what it felt like.
They had all the history, and then it was just nice, man. It's like how people are copying that Metroid formula. It seems like Astrobot did a really good job of that Super Mario 64 formula but they one-upped it with the throwbacks to all of the different games of the PlayStation history.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about this screenshot I'm putting on the screen right now?
Breath of the Wild?
You'll see in a second.
Now we got that delay.
Oh yeah, I did a little bit of live editing on the fly.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I thought that was awesome. First of all, the fact that we got Kazuya and Smash Brothers made me want to pick up my Smash Brothers again.
Yeah.
Even though Tekken 7 was ass. Tekken 7 was ass. They should never. Rage Art is garbage. It is stupid. I'm just gonna say that here. Take out Rage Art.
Wait.
That's blasphemy.
I was gonna say
that's blasphemy.
I was about to say.
You like Rage Art? You like Rage Art, Thrash?
No. That's also blasphemy. Real Tekken players don't even press R1.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So none. But still, Anna and Nina is still the sexiest bitches. Relax. What you playing? What you playing? Street Fighter? Street Fighter?
Listen, Thrash.
Street Fighter, dog? Mortal Kombat, bro. Like, get the fuck.
Tekken. I love Tekken. I love the fucking lore. Tekken 7, I didn't get enough lore. I didn't get enough story from all the other characters. It fell flat, man. It felt real flat. I don't know what they did, why they did what they did with that game, but hopefully when Tekken 8 comes out, it erases this madness and this mess that is Tekken 7.
Look, Optimus, you know these dudes are young because they don't even know about Taki from Soul Blade.
Oh my God!
Bro, so Soul Blade, Soul Calibur, I ain't gonna even hold you. I could not get into those at all. And it's not like that I didn't play because, like, on my Dreamcast when that Soul Calibur dropped,
Yeah.
it was beautiful. But I don't know, man. I just could never. The idea that somebody's swinging at me with a sword and I just put my arm up to block it, and it's like, oh man, I can't deal. I just never could break the illusion of how unrealistic the combat was. But it was beautiful.
Okay, I like the. Just question: what's your favorite Dreamcast game?
Ooh, probably Code Veronica, but like I'm sure I had and probably still have every Dreamcast game. And once it was clear that they was going under, I started trying to accumulate as many Dreamcast games as I could, bro. Like for real. Yeah, and I got like 5 of them little memory cards.
Oh, nice. I still have mine, but you know how it has that like weird, funky little battery.
Yeah.
I need to replace that. But my favorite is Sonic Adventure 2. I love them.
Yeah, both of them was nice. That one adventure game that launched with it, I forget the name of it. It was boring, but man, I really liked it because they showed like the potential. Like all of this shit that we doing now, you can find the roots in that game, but I forget the name of it.
Are you talking about? They just try to restart the game with the Kickstarter. I can't think of the name.
Did they? I wouldn't be surprised if they did because man, that game was nice.
Y'all
but
know
I
what
don't
I'm talking
remember
about?
the name of it.
Well, listen.
You're not talking Shenmue, right? That's what I was thinking.
No, definitely not Shenmue. No.
Okay. That's what
this launched with a Shenmue came a little while later.
So to you guys, to the panel, I know we talked about this off air, but E3 versus Summer Game Fest. Are we saying this?
Hold on, we'll get there. We'll get there. I want to do one more thing, and then I want to knock out 2 more games, and then we'll get there. Okay. Because I do want to get into that conversation. I think it's a very interesting conversation. Before we get into it, though, I just want to talk about a handful, whatever's left, right? So obviously Nintendo. We got Super Smash Bros. Tekken. We got Breath of the Wild 2 preview, Metroid, etc. I do want to talk about some of the games that were shown because think about it, we missed a big game. We didn't even talk about Summer Game Fest. That's why I was saying hold up. To start off, actually we'll get into Elden Ring next. Let's talk PlayStation Deviation games. So I think what's interesting about this partnership, again, we don't have nothing we can play or see. It's so the people behind Deviation are 2 of the founders of Treyarch, or one of the founders and some people from Treyarch. And we all know that PlayStation, one of their pains is multiplayer, right? Just having multiplayer focused games. I know it's not my bag, but it's still a need, right? There's people who love it, and PlayStation wants to kind of fill that gap. Similar to how Xbox kind of was killing it with Halo Online back in the day, right? Now all the multiplats now all the biggest multiplayer games are multiplats. So do you think this could lead to something good? Or do you think this is it's too early to tell? We shouldn't even talk about it until
Too early to tell.
Yeah.
Why?
There's one thing going on that's going over a lot of people's heads. But I'll let y'all go first. Go ahead. I'll inform you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's too early. All I know at least is they're saying the game is big in scope. It's multiplayer. There's over 100 people working on it. That's all I know. So I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't.
The reason I don't think it's too early to tell is because of track record. So they left the Call of Duty franchise, so they obviously bring in a lot of expertise with them, and they're partnering with Sony, who has a excellent track record of working with studios and getting them built up organically to produce excellent content. So in my mind, that formula is just like already proven itself, and I don't see a reason to disbelieve that same thing would happen here and now.
Say the
Just
same
like I believe that Playground is going to drop an awesome Forza Horizon because that's just what they do.
But I'm saying, but we could say the same thing about the initiative, right? Like, and we haven't seen anything
No,
yet.
the initiative does not
Hey,
have a
y'all really don't see what's going on, huh?
I don't know what.
Jesus Christ, what's going on, y'all? Low XP. Nah. No, my bad. Go ahead. I wait till everybody done. My fault. I was just
Well,
surprised.
I don't think the initiative is the same because the initiative is a bunch of random people. Well, they was like pretty well known that they assembled together. It's not like these 5 people left this place together that had a working relationship.
Yep.
It's like the initiative is, and nothing against them because I hope they do well. But the initiative is like the Lakers that year when they put Karl Malone and Gary Payton, thinking you can just put a bunch of people on the team. Like, that's not how it works. And Detroit, did what they did. So, in my opinion, it's a big difference in assembling talent versus 2 people that have like decades on the mic at the same place with the same franchise producing a specific type of game.
Facts. And I do want to point out one of the guys behind Deviation Game, the president, is the man who started Call of Duty Zombies. So just want to point that out.
Yeah. Well,
so Thrash, give us your take, man.
This is what I see, right? Because I'm always looking at things at a business perspective to truly understand what's going on in the underlying facts, right? You have Microsoft on one side buying up all types of companies, right? They're buying, we all know they got the money to buy it, they got the money to spend, they got the money to lose, and Sony doesn't have that luxury. So it's this new agenda. What Sony is doing is they're putting money into a lot of different companies that to be a part of that company, so they can have good grace, or they can have they can be on the inside and see a game being made and be like have their pick per se before everybody else. Instead of buying that whole company, they want to basically get intel, right? But another thing that they're doing, when I saw this happen right here, it reminded me of Kojima and Death Stranding, to where Sony will find these talented developers and then help them make a game. I got money that they will use one of Sony's engines. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sony's going to make it as easy to make a game as possible for them. Like, what I'm saying? They can use Decima. They can use. I mean, they can use Ghost of Tsushima's engine. They can use whomever's engine. I don't know if that's still Decima or not, but whatever. They can use. Sony has. They don't have the money to buy them, but they have the resources to make them great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all Sony's going to be like, okay, well, just give us a time exclusive. If you want to put it on PC, put it on PC. We'll publish the game. Even I don't know if they're publishing this, but that's what they did with Death Stranding.
Yeah.
So, to where they get a big time person who is going on their own, leaving a bigger company. It's the same exact fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? With what they did with Kojima is what they're doing with them, and I believe they're doing it.
As long as Sony can own the IP, I think that'll be even better.
Yeah, I mean, more than likely they will. I mean, they're fucking helping them this much, so it's like you start seeing what Sony is doing. This is what Sony can do. Instead of spending billions of dollars to take a chance on a failing company, they can actually get some talent and kind of build them into being great. I even heard a quote that they said something along the lines of, when we talk about buying a developer, we want to see them mature first. Roughly speaking, that's basically what.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. I mean, they can literally be doing the same thing with them right now with Deviation. They can be seeing how mature they can, or how good they can make a game, and if it's successful, bam, do an Insomniac and buy them and automatically have instant great games.
Yeah, well,
same thing with Kojima. I think they're going to buy Kojima and them. I think that is like in the making right now. This whole thing that we're going to talk about a little bit later, I think that's low key what's baby going on. I mean, Sony is just seeing how they can handle as their own studio with but using their assets to help them be great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
what Sony's always been that way. They've always found these really cool niche studios, and they've always nurtured them to make them bigger than what they started with. They're doing it with Jade Raymond's new studio
Yep.
Haven. They're
Yep.
doing, they're dipping. They don't dip their hand all the way. They just put it on the surface and say, hey,
Yeah,
we're gonna just invest in you. Give us a small
Exactly.
percentage and let us be there. Let us catch you when you fall, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're looking at it like, look, we have the biggest platform out there, right? We have the most dedicated customers out there. If you don't believe us, look at the numbers.
Look at
They
this.
buy.
PlayStation is cool. PlayStation is cool. Right now, Paul George they're about to tonight. They will qualify for the Western Conference Finals.
I doubt it,
Hold
but
on.
yeah.
Hold on. But what's it called? But I'm saying, like, and this, but mind you, this, see where I'm going with this. Today, he dropped a PlayStation 5 sneaker, the PG5s. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally white controller for the PS5. It has the smallest details of the triangle, X, square, and circle, all embedded in the leather. Like, do you understand? Like, that's how cool Sony is right now. That's how cool PlayStation is right now.
Travis Scott, Nike
Travis
collab.
Scott SB. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was
this
crazy.
Yeah. They're putting their money where they can. I think that's what Herman Hulst and Jim Ryan has changed. They're putting their money in different areas that Sony didn't think about putting money in, making them more aligned with more popular subculture shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it in a different way, a smart way, actually. So
I just want to say on Jeff Grubb's most recent podcast, right before E3, he said that Kojima and Microsoft are still in the talks. He's like, hey, I know you guys are going to shit on me about the Kojima stuff, but guess what? They're still talking out numbers and stuff. So just to kind of pivot, I do want to talk about, and we're going to get into it in a little bit. Well, the rumor stuff with Kojima, we'll get into after our E3 discussion. But just any quick impressions. What do you guys think of the Death Stranding director's cut? So most people either fuck with, if they got far enough, they'll fuck with Death Stranding, or they simply don't like it. It's a walking sim. It's trash. Whatever. I found it interesting that that Kojima did a Metal Gear reference in this director's cut trailer, and it's something that me and Cool Hand and the Dollar Sign were talking about last night. Does Sony have? Okay, when I saw this, it got me really confused, right? Because I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. I follow Kojima. What the hell is going on? I know how that breakup ended with him and Konami. It was bad, like horrible. They had Kojima's team swapping emails, new email addresses every week. They took his name off all everything Metal Gear Solid 5 related before launch. That's why.
That's why. Dirty.
Yeah, that's why between every mission, you always saw credits with Kojima at the beginning and end of every single mission as kind of a middle finger to Konami. So saying all that, how he left, started his new studio, and Code, since you may have a little more experience in the industry, do you think it's feasible to say or predict that Sony may have done some behind-the-scenes Japanese Steam house mending of the relationship with Kojima and Konami?
First, let me clarify, like, I haven't developed a game since the 90s, so let me be very clear about that. I haven't done game development in a long time, but I do still have a lot of friends that are still in game development, and we talk about different stuff all the time, but I am no longer a game developer. That being said, I don't know. That's a really good question. I hadn't really thought about that, but it is obvious that there's some heavy Metal Gear Solid references in this little trailer, and it would be nice if they could parlay that into something Metal Gear related, like surprise announcement. That would be fabulous. But in order to do that, it's like you said, some mending offenses would have to have happened first.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a good question, man. You caught me off guard with that. I might have to think about that, but there definitely is some sort of writing on the wall for sure.
Yeah,
I have a little information on that. Whenever y'all ready.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll go after you. Go ahead.
Oh no, I spoke my piece. I'm just curious because I just feel like it's something no one ever talks about. I'm just like, you know, with Sony having a close relationship with Kojima and Konami, and that they're all Japanese culturally. If I was, you know, sitting in the Sony headquarters in Tokyo, I'm thinking, yo, we need to get the, we want to deal with the Konami franchises because they're not doing shit with them. Kojima's an asset. How can we finagle? How can we get the? It's not like they haven't not dealt with Konami licenses. Silent Hills, and we'll get into that whole thing later. But good.
Well, as far as I say this, right? I have a friend of mine, right? Big time gamer. Grew up with him. Like we both grew up gaming, like straight up. And he works at LAX. And so he run, and we in LAX, you in LA, so you run into a whole lot of developers. So he knows these developers by name. They know each other by name. They talk gaming every time they go through the airport because they frequently go through. About a year and a half ago, there was a rumor about Sony buying the licenses for Castlevania, Metal Gear, and what was the third one?
Silent Hill.
Was it Silent Hill? I'm not sure if it was.
We heard that in reverse of Konami possibly selling those IPs. So
yeah. Well, this developer confirmed that shit. He was like, you heard it, he was talking to him about those rumors, and he said, no, it's true. He said Sony actually got them already. He said they're not saying nothing right now. Still going through whatever. He's like, whatever. He said, bro, have I ever lied to you before? Like he would get a lot of his gaming information from this guy, and it would be on point. And I was talking about it on a podcast, and he literally hit me up like, bro, nah, nigga. I talked to the homie. That nigga said that they already bought them, motherfucker. They're just not talking about it right now. So I believe that this is the beginning of that. I believe that
it's a slow trickle.
He's doing Metal Gear, right? And then he's doing all these pieces for Silent Hill.
Do you think this is a rollout?
And in this trailer, like, because I analyze, I'm a G, like G at the analyzations. This is actually a reference. This is a reference to Metal Gear Solid 2. You know what I'm saying? The oranges represent Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? From the box, it was an orange box, orange fruit box that he would use in Metal Gear Solid 2. The rat in the tunnel and all of that good stuff. Even the way that the enemies are walking are actually from a stage that's in Metal Gear Solid 2. But
I think the music too, right?
Yeah, I think almost everything. I mean, everything down to this shit. Even what he's talking about, how he's looking at it all confused and shit.
Yeah, very snake-like.
I believe that not only did they get Metal Gear, I think that the game that they're working on with Redis, I think Redis is going to be the new Snake as well. That's what I'm thinking. All of that shit connected. Real shit. I mean,
do you think this is?
Wouldn't he look like a? Would they could use his likeness in a remake of Metal Gear if they wanted to?
Do you think this is possibly the beginning of a rollout?
Yeah, I believe that. I believe something's happened. I know, how everybody. If we study Kojima, you know how Kojima's a fucking ultimate gaming troll, and he's also the rock star of gaming. Like he's the only developer that can get attention like he does. Nobody else. I mean, they can try. He's so calm and collected, but he'll do some trickery. The motherfucker Moby Dick Studios and dressing up and all. I mean, this guy loves to do this shit, and he's doing it right now. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not
I mean, I would not be surprised if like the Metal Gear Solid movie comes out next year and Norman Reedus plays Snake.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Surprised either, actually.
Nah, I want like someone who looks like Snake. But since we're already talking about it, if you look at what's on the screen, it might be a little delayed for you guys. But I found this on Twitter. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot more stuff, like the guy behind Blue Box Studios. His name is a literal translation of Kojima from Japanese to Turkish.
Hideo.
Yep.
Or something.
Blue Box Studio was founded exactly a year to the day after PT was released. 1 year exactly. So there's a lot of different coincidences. We remember with PT, they went by Moby Dick Studios, right? You didn't know it was a Kojima game until you beat the actual demo. Then they unveiled, Norman Reedus and Guillermo del Toro and all that fun stuff. So, hey, I saw this on Twitter. I think, and I agree with what this person said. It's either going to be the biggest fucking gaming mindfuck in a while, or it's going to be the biggest backlash that they're going to get if this isn't all related. People are going to. I feel bad for this company if they're actually legit.
No, but it wouldn't be. Oh, for Blue Box, yeah. For real. I mean, but they came out and said, "Hey, we have nothing to do with Kojima." They said it, but of course they're gonna say. I mean, Kojima tricks so much. I mean, look at PT. Look at that screenshot of PT, and then Kojima actually put out a screenshot of some trees, but it was of his favorite band, but it just trees.
Division. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's trolling for sure. I mean, if anything, this man is trolling. He always trolls. But I believe that Silent Hill is real. I believe that Metal Gear is real. I believe Sony bought him, and I believe that they're working with him to continue his life's work. You know what I'm saying?
The third one is.
Huh?
You said they snatched up 3 of them. What you think the third one is?
It was 3. It was known. It's I know it's Castlevania, Metal Gear, and then the third.
Castlevania, I don't know. Gear, Solid Hill. Okay.
But I don't know if it's Silent. I think Silent Hill is the one that's in question for me. I think it's Silent Hill, but I know it's 3 Konami big time IPs because Konami has been trying to sell these IPs.
If everyone takes a look at the screen, you're gonna see the announcement teaser of Project Abandon, which is potentially, we don't know yet, right? This is the whole Blue Box game. Yes. So like you said, this looks. I think the start of this trailer, it looks very similar to a Joy Division album that that Kojima posted up. There's actually a lot of weird. I mean, I couldn't get all the screenshots before the show, but there's a lot more stuff to it too. They're just kind of like, okay,
it's mystery. It's mystery shit.
It almost seems like too much of a coincidence. Like
remember PT. My bad, but remember PT had trees too. You know what I'm saying? Remember, PT had trees in the background as well, and PT was really Silent Hill. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't know it was Silent Hills until you beat PT, the actual demo.
Because it didn't play like Silent Hills.
Yeah, exactly. It's just all the same. It's just all looking. This is first person and everything. Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, if it's not, like you said, it's going to be a wrap for them.
Oh yeah. It's going to be. They're going to get beaten to the ground. Optimus, what do you think about what this is? And think about Blue Box, Xbox, Green Box. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. What do you think about all this tomfoolery?
Well, first, I heard something similar to Thrash, but I heard about them licensing Konami IPs, and not just them, but other people are also trying to get in on that. But Thrash said they actually bought it, so that's interesting to me. Like for sure, I'm gonna have to dig into that some. As far as Abandon, here's the thing: if Blue Box is working with Sony, Sony has very tight control over social media and the messaging and the type of things that their properties get to say. Like Corey can't just tweet whatever he wants to tweet because he is a representative of PlayStation. Neil Druckmann just tweet whatever he wants to. And so this right here, this is real messy, right? And it's like Sony would definitely come in and put the clamps down on this, but it's obvious to me at this point anyway that like Sony has blessed whatever this is that they're doing. And I actually think it's pretty genius. I tweeted about it earlier. This is like a lesson in viral marketing because the whole conversation is about, well, is this Silent Hill? Okay, it is. But no, they denied it. But all these other clues saying that it is. Well, if you look up his name in Turkish, okay, well, wait a minute. Well, they posted this. They got these hills on their YouTube page. And it's like the conversation continues to be about them, even though they have came out and denied that this is what it is. I personally think that Sony is giving them the go-ahead to mess with everybody like this because this is what they mean when they say chess, not checkers, because this is a brilliant strategy, in my opinion.
Who the fuck was able to come up with the correlation to translate that shit in Turkish to Japanese? Like, how the fuck?
Gamers have time. Gamers have time.
Gamers do this shit, bro. I mean, I started my analysis status with fucking Death Stranding. You know what I mean? I really started analyzing games with that just because it was so mysterious. It was so, the best part of Death Stranding was the trailers and coming up to Death Stranding and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
That was a great time in gaming. And then if you look at PT, this is why I think Sony bought fucking Silent Hill, is because well, at least my opinion is because PT did so people were. It made PlayStation more valuable. If you had PT downloaded to your PlayStation, people were selling that shit online for like
Facts.
$600.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Remember
saying?
That shit. Yeah, for sure.
So
now
it's
it's even
like
more expensive. It's like $1,000.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a fucking playable trailer, bro, a playable teaser that had such a huge fan base and it was so popular that when it got canceled, it hurt as much as Scalebound getting canceled for Xbox.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
That hurt.
It hurt.
That hurt.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even like scary games like that, and I was having people play that shit just to scare them, dog. Like that literally changed the horror genre. You had Resident Evil change to first person. You had so many clones on PC.
Yep.
It would be insane not to buy this and have Kojima finish what the fuck he started. It would be fucking insane.
And Thrash, I just want to add something that people forget that Kojima trolled the whole gaming community with MGS 2, right? There's 2 parts of that game. There's the prologue, and then there's the rest of the game.
Right.
And you play the prologue thinking, oh, bet I'm back here with Solid Snake.
Yeah, Snake.
You gotta get into it.
My nigga, yes sir.
All the trailers were of Snake too.
All the trailers were Snake. All the magazine issues. I still have
everything.
Everything was Snake. What happens when you're past 4 hours in that game? Once you get past the tanker,
you playing some albino guy. You know what I'm saying?
Kojima's been doing this for years. He's not dumb, man.
I'm gonna say another one that was really good. Do you remember in Ground Zeroes when he put a hidden message that he was leaving Konami, where there's this side mission where you had to remove all the graffiti on the walls, and it was all the Metal Gear games, including the ones he didn't do. And the gun will only erase the games that Hideo Kojima made. And at the end, you have to erase Hideo Kojima's name, and he says thank you.
Yep.
I mean, it's so many things. And like Forgetful said just now, he said how they came up with the Turkish is because Blue Box Game Studios director's name is Hasan Karaman, which is Turkish. And on top of that, it's HK, which is Kojima's fucking. It's just crazy, bro. It's too much.
I don't know. I think it was Cruz, but whoever said how the hell they go to Turkish, who's gonna look at that name and know it's Turkish? Niggas don't know it's no Turkish.
Turkish people. Turkish people. Turkish people don't know. Like, man. So it's just crazy. But like I said, this isn't new for fucking Kojima. He always tries to find ways to fucking troll gamers. He's the number one troll in gaming, bro. Yeah. What he does. Always done. So
what happened to him going to Xbox though? That's what I need to understand.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Jeff Grubb, what does he smell?
I believe Death Stranding. Death Stranding might be going there. You know what I'm saying? People say that Sony owned it. I don't believe Sony owns Death Stranding, man. I believe I know that they published it, but then 505 published the PC version. You know what I'm saying? What if Microsoft wants to publish the fucking Xbox version?
Listen, all I'm saying is Jeff Grubb, stay off the Pookie, man. That shit not good for you, bro. Just stay off.
Jeff Grubb is. I mean, all these journalists, bro. I can go in. Did you notice the connection? Oh, that's one thing. Hey, before we go or before we move on, I just want to ask the panel something, right? If I can.
What's up?
Did you notice the connection, my nigga? Look, peep game. All right, remember when all the IGN people they see me at the same time we're raving about Game Pass all of a sudden, saying they don't like PlayStation, they'll do Game Pass, yada yada yada. I love that part. Whatever. There was a few of them. I even called them out about how nigga he said he played Game Pass every day. He just finished playing it and he ain't played Game Pass game in 2 weeks.
Fact check.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He ain't played Xbox in 2 weeks. Talking about he played his Xbox. Like that, right? You had all of that going on at the same time. You got Destin and them and all them motherfuckers doing that shit, right?
I remember that shit. Yeah.
Remember that? Okay. And then
It was planned.
Remember, same thing with Paris, right? Paris loves to contradict himself. Well, first exclusives are good, but first exclusives are bad because PlayStation is doing exclusives, but then Microsoft is doing exclusives now, so exclusives are good. You know, like just all Game Pass, everything Microsoft positive, right? Did you notice that at the C3, IGN had a special with Microsoft, on their channel with their new little thing, their second annual thing. It's all Microsoft basically, right? Sony not there, but they had a show today with them, right?
Mhm.
And that show today was starring Paris. Now remember, they went to lunch
Oh
recently.
yeah, I saw that.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's all of that shit is connected. Microsoft is connecting all of this shit. The reason why IGN was acting like that is because they got this deal with Microsoft. The reason why Paris is acting like that because Microsoft gave them the opportunity to host their show on IGN.
Yo, you didn't get the memo, man. Microsoft bought IGN last year, bro. They haven't told nobody yet. NDAs.
They still spending. They still spending. Well, like you heard about Paul. You heard about Paul Tassi too, right? I had got into it with him. The reason why he's pushing Game Pass is because Sony stopped giving them review codes. That's why I be telling people to stop. Sony stopped giving. So that's why he's doing that because he wants to push Sony to have something like Game Pass, so he doesn't have to pay for games since he's not getting them for free no more. But I'm pretty sure they found out that his dog ass wasn't properly reviewing games. He was actually not playing games and still reviewing them off of other people's reviews. So it's like, don't listen to the journalists, dog. Journalists are like the worst. Come to shows like this. This is where people actually talk about game and are truthful about how they feel about games. You might not agree, but it's the fucking truth. A lot of these journalists out there, they're fucking just out there for the money of gaming and nothing more, bro.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna hold them for getting paid, man. I'm really
not.
Me
neither. But I'm gonna hold them for telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? I have that much of a right. I'm not gonna say don't watch them, ban them, don't pay, whatever. But do not lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Do not lie to me. Don't lie to gamers. I'll take offense if they lie to gamers.
Yeah,
you know?
don't try to give us the image that you trustworthy and we should value your image because it's reliable. Just keep it 100. Like that Paris dude, I've never interacted with that dude before a day in my life, and I just found out about him like a few weeks ago with the stuff. I'm like, why is everybody hating on this? Like, why is it bad that this man is Phil's friend? And I got a bunch of responses to that.
Cyberpunk terror.
Yeah, because these people are influencers, and like Microsoft they're doing their thing. I mean, influencers are more powerful than journalists now. If you haven't noticed,
man,
they're way more powerful than journalists.
They're more powerful than commercials.
Yeah, everything.
Logan Paul fought Mayweather.
What we're doing right now is better marketing than anything that any company can do. Me giving Microsoft a 0 out of 10 was good marketing for Microsoft because I'm talking about Microsoft, and it's free. They ain't got to pay me to do it.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
They will pay you to do it though.
I mean, it's
they will. Yeah, if you got enough influence, you got enough subscribers. Hell yeah,
but it's the classic adage: all press is good press.
All press is good press. There's no such thing as bad press.
Yeah, but let's keep it moving a little bit, just because there's a couple more things I just wanted to talk about.
Haven't you, bro? We done took over your podcast, bro. What you?
Y'all can have it back. Y'all can have it back. Let's talk.
Go ahead.
I wanted to talk the game that I was the most hyped about. This whole damn E3, I've been waiting this whole damn time to talk about this damn game. We 2 hours in almost. Elden motherfucking Ring.
I don't care.
That's because you trashed that Souls game.
I did. Cool hand.
So Elden Ring, we know this is a Miyazaki From Software, George R.R. Martin thing. Funny thing, just kind of bringing it back to Xbox just for a quick second. There were rumors a couple months ago, I know you guys remember, and this was just the thought for a long time, that Elden Ring actually had a marketing deal with Xbox, but it turns out, I want to say like 2-3 weeks ago, they actually did not, From Software actually said, we're good. We don't need to do that. They basically denied Microsoft's money for some reason. But they were in talks at some point. So it was, unveiled at the Summer Games Fest. This game, Souls game, open world, multiplayer. It's something new, and I'm super excited for this as a Souls fan. Dollar Sign, since I know you're, at least from what I know, you're a huge Souls player. What is this game?
I'm so excited for this. This game is everything right now. Like it's like so many different play styles. It's like they've added and now it's open world. They've added more like sneaking mechanics to the game. That you're gonna go through like see caravans. There's this big monster that has like a house on them. So like how you can get to the house on the monster, like these are Dark Souls enemies. Like so this is gonna be like hard as shit. And it's just I'm excited. There's mounts, like, and this is from software. They don't miss.
I want to. Yeah, they don't. And
they don't miss.
I want to read some details about the game.
Mhm.
So it has all the basic Souls shit, like character creator, multiple endings, much higher degree of freedom than other Souls games, optional bosses which we're used to, battle arch from Dark Souls 3 returns. So if you remember from Dark Souls 3, basically every weapon had like a special move, you could say, right? That made it unique. They're bringing back that system, and there's gonna be over 100 of them. You can of course summon spirits, like your friends.
They're known as the best like level designers in the game right now, and they're making an open world game.
Yeah, it's crazy. If you look at, there's videos on YouTube just about the level design behind Souls games, Bloodborne, how genius it is, right? How vertical they make these games. So it's like there's no loading screens, right? So if you're looking out far in the distance and you see a freaking lava pit or a dungeon, you can go there. You will eventually walk there. And
what's a loading screen? What is that even? What is that? Man, my fault, bro. I've been on this PS5 so long, I'm forgetting stuff.
So back in the day, it was this thing. It's like a screen you had to look at before you could play. It was weird. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I barely remember. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, go ahead. My fault.
No. I'll say. I will say, after beating Bloodborne, which was my first Souls game.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, listen. I will be getting Elden Ring. This looks amazing. It looks fun.
All right. Optimus and Thrash, y'all play Souls games? Y'all play Souls games?
Yeah, I do. I play every game. Nah, I don't play every game, but I play too many different type of genres. I don't have a genre bias, so I'll try some shit. The only genre bias I got is Minecraft, shit like that. I can't. If I can't, but I love Soul
Minecraft.
games. I love me some Soul games. I hated Demon Souls on PS3. I tried to play it. I was like, what the fuck this old glitch, this little bum ass fucking zombie killed me. Fuck this game, right? I mean, I used to do that shit, but real Souls players, man, when you find that Souls game, it opens you up to a genre that's like, okay, you can go back and play this, go back and play. That's the system. That's where I'm at right now. So I love Soul games. I do. I mean, I'm even buying the 2D ones. You know what I'm saying? Sacrificing, Salt and Sanctuary. I mean, I'm on that shit.
Oh yeah.
I played the other one, Salt, whatever it's called, Salt and something. It was the first one that was called. But looking at this, I mean, I heard about the marketing deal. What I believe happened was they had a marketing deal at that E3 that they were with Microsoft, the last Sony E3. Mm-hmm. They had the marketing deal, and the marketing deal ran out, and they didn't renew that shit. This is what I heard. This is what I'm hearing, but I don't know. Your story sounds a little bit more believable. They was like, fuck your marketing deal or whatever. Yeah. But they didn't need it. If Microsoft would have had this, they would have actually got points from me. Not that it was a fucking next gen, but just because they showed gameplay of a game people have been waiting on. Period.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Actual gameplay.
It showed up been big for them. Man, it would have been lights out.
Yeah, it would have been. Then they would have got some motherfucking points from me for sure. That'd have been enough for them to get some points from me. But I think it's gonna be a great game. I mean, like, who said that shit? Dollar Sign said that the level design kings. They are level design kings. Facts. They do big things, and I'm excited for this shit. I'm gonna get this shit, and I'm still trying to beat. I'm still trying to beat others. I'm still trying to beat Bloodborne. You know what I'm saying? I gotta beat that. You know what I'm saying?
If you ever
I've been playing Neo. I've been playing Neo, you know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
That's what got me back. Like, okay, like, yeah, I could do this shit.
If you want to run Bloodborne, let's do it. Just put it out.
We can do it.
Because
for sure.
I've replayed that game so many times, so good. What about you, Coda? Are you a fan of the Souls type games, or what's your opinion on?
Very similar to what Thrash said. I really don't have a genre bias, but not even Minecraft. I love Minecraft, so it's really not any type of genre that I won't play. But the thing is. So I have started playing Dark Souls. I bought them all on Xbox. Then I realized that I would much rather chase platinum trophies than like the Xbox achievement system. So I bought them all again on PlayStation. and I'm obviously started Dark Souls 1 and worked my way up, but I just haven't had time yet. So that is one of the things that I need to do is work my way through all of those and Bloodborne before this Elden Ring drops. So that is like packed in my list. But I definitely enjoyed the gameplay. I got pretty far actually on Xbox. I figured out one of my buddies came over and I had something, and he was like, "Oh, you can make this sword." And I was like, "What sword?" Because I was trying to make like a magic dude, and he showed me some shit. Now I got this sword. Now, that sword was like a beast, but I don't even remember what I did, but it don't even matter now. I have to redo it all again on PlayStation. So yeah, I'm definitely into those types of games. I think it's fun. The challenge was fun. I don't like it when like these niggas come in my game. I don't know who they are. Tear shit up. Like
the phantoms and shit.
Yeah, whatever that is, I don't like that aspect of it. But if I'm just be left alone to work my way through the game, yeah, I was having a lot of fun with it. For sure.
Okay. Well, I'm sure this is on the top of a lot of people's lists. Elden Ring, this is shit. This is coming out next year. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed. I think this will definitely be, this is one of the most anticipated games of next year. All right. Now I want to use the.
I also want to say that this game is also like next level troll, because it's like hard as shit, and then they'll just like throw in like a secret booby trap and you just fall in for no reason.
Oh yeah.
Or like or someone who just like invade your world and fuck you up. Mm-hmm. This game, like, they love to troll you. Like, you just clear this a really hard ass area and then you just like randomly die, and it's like so fucked up.
So I do want to talk about a conversation we had off air regarding, and this started last night when I was saying, why doesn't anyone talk about what E3 is today, right? E3 10 years ago was completely different. If you were like me, you were at home, you were watching every single stream, right? You'd watch the EA stream, then the Ubisoft, and then Nintendo would go. And then the next day would be some other developers, then Xbox, then, etc. Nowadays, it's like, okay, I'll say this. I was looking at the E3 schedule this year. Verizon had a fucking hour. It was an hour-long Verizon commercial. So shit like that is shown. Yeah. Nintendo's, for the last 2 years, or last year didn't have one, but 2019 and this year, they phoned it in. They have very small presence physically and are just, hey, we have our directs. This is cheaper and more powerful. We control it. You know damn well that Nintendo Direct was edited 2 months ago, just sitting in some fucking Dropbox or something. Like, it's just, E3 is not the same. And I guess the conversation I want to bring up is, and we talked about this a little bit before the show, with Jeff Keighley coming in and taking advantage of the fact that E3 got canned last year and saying, hey, we got to do something for the gamers. I'm doing something. I'm sure he got all these deals together behind the scenes and just set up Summer Game Fest, right? And now, whereas it was a new thing last year, now this year it's literally going head to head with E3, except it's a summer-long thing. Cool Hand brought up the point of when everything settles down, this might eventually become a physical event, right? Like
it'll be mainstream.
Like a gaming Coachella.
It would probably be a gaming Coachella or a gaming Complex Con. It has the potential to be like the event is in the name itself, right? Summer Game Fest. You think fest, you think festival. You think festival, you think party. You think and due to the restrictions because of COVID, I guarantee you when everything settles down, and you can even use the Game Awards as an example. The amount of star power that was behind the Game Awards, the most recent one, was crazy. You know what I mean? You had Brie Larson, Academy Award winner, Oscar winner. You know what I mean? Like you
just had Jeff Goldblum last week.
Yes,
for summer.
That was nice, actually.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Like you have some heavy hitters. They're not has-beens. They're not could-have-beens. They're here right now. They are relevant stars, and you.
But what does that have to do with gaming?
Oh, it has nothing to do with, but it has everything to do with how mainstream the event is.
Right,
Okay.
visibility of it. Yeah.
Exactly. So basically, so for E3 never had that visibility.
I saw Soulja Boy when I went to E3 and somebody else. There's a couple.
Hey,
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson went to E3. There's a picture of Michael Jackson. E3. Don't get me wrong. Let's not put shame on E3 like they weren't the shit. They were.
Like, as far as hey, we can be accessible to the public and we have star power. And then you add the
Game Awards as well, which is like an extension of that. Which they unveiled the Xbox.
Wait. What are we talking about again with E3?
We're talking about the Summer Game Fest versus E3, basically.
Yeah.
And how they basically Jeff Keighley basically came in the cut last year and just said, "Whoop, I'm taking E3's spotlight, and I'm gonna come back the next year. I'm gonna do Game Awards in December, which he got a console reveal, which is we haven't seen that outside of E3. So he's doing E3 shit already.
And here's what hurt E3 last year, right? I mean, 2019, Sony vowed that they weren't going to come back, and for some reason,
data leak.
Yeah, due to the leak, and I had a feeling, right? Let's say if COVID didn't happen, Sony most likely would have possibly been at E3 that last year. Maybe if COVID did not happen. I'm only speaking speculative, right? I don't have any hard facts behind it. I'm just speculating here.
I don't know, because like there is definitely like a change of power, right? Where Sony has grown, like, you know, PlayStation is really powerful in the gaming industry, so they already had an incentive to just do their own thing, just like how Nintendo's been doing more Nintendo Directs. Like, there's no reason for them to be paying to show up at some show where they can host it themselves.
Yeah, exactly. But
E3
I mean,
budget's over $1 million.
Yeah, but they pushed that. They were able to do that more so because of COVID, right? COVID kind of pushed everybody in a corner. E3 couldn't pivot. You know what I mean? Jeff Keighley could. He was able to pivot. He was able to do what he did, and look at it now, right? Just off of last year alone. Now, if you add in post COVID, right, and we're looking at, you know, NBA playoffs right now, it's the most current thing. You're seeing the stadiums packed already. There have been music festivals that have been playing right now, so we can look at Summer Game Fest next year to be this big mainstream thing. And I'm talking about top of the line artists, top of the line hosts. You know what I mean? Like, it could be the whole shebang. You know, for gaming, it could be a gaming Coachella.
I want to hear Optimus's. I want to hear your opinion on this, because I know you've seen a couple E3, or you've been around to see E3 progress over the years, to kind of see where it led up in 2019 with that data breach, where Sony just said, "Hey, you compromise our data, we're out of E3," which I think was a ballsy move, because why did Sony decide to leave, but Microsoft, who was also affected by that leak, decide to stay?
I know why, but I'll wait till Optimus goes. I mean,
Thrash, do your thing.
I mean, I'm always sounding like a fucking know-it-all, but I know exactly why though, because I live in LA, so I know exactly why. Microsoft they don't have to pay for space at E3. Microsoft has their own conference studio across the street from me.
Yep.
So it's Sony paying $60-something million, and Microsoft not paying that $60-something million. They just basically streaming it. Sony was like, "Fuck it, we'll do our own thing too." It's what I believe. This is what I believe happened. It was more than a data breach. It was more of Staples Centers getting greedy. E3 is supposed to be nothing more than for nothing but for journalists. It's not supposed to be for us. It's not supposed to be for fans. It's supposed to be developer to journalists. That's why when they brought the public the first time, and then they stopped doing it because all of the journalists were complaining because they couldn't get to the games to actually put out, and developers were complaining because the journalists who were supposed to put out the news to a wide variety of gamers were getting blocked because there was a big ass line of just singular gamers who don't give a fuck and just there to fucking play the game.
Me.
So it fucked up. Yeah, me too. So it fucked up the whole reason for E3. So they stopped doing it, but then E3 was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna do it anyway." And they did it again. So at the same time they're charging you space. They're charging you electricity. I think it was $700 a day for electricity. And then you had all the fucking shit you had to do. You had, like, especially for Sony, you had to fly people from Japan. You had to get them a hotel. You had to feed them. You had to pay them hourly. You had to buy all this shit. You had the information out there getting fucked off. There were just so many reasons
just for
to leave E3. Yeah, and since E3 was starting, they opened it up. So basically, Sony was a main attraction. They were paying to be there, and then they were Staples Center was charging people to come, and these people were coming mainly to see PlayStation. You know, they came to see everybody, but PlayStation was the main draw, and Sony wasn't getting a cut of that either. So E3 got fucking greedy. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted all the money that they could possibly get. $20 hot dogs, everything, the whole nine. Mm-hmm. And Nintendo had already left. Microsoft already had their own shit, so they wasn't paying for that space either. And so you got Sony paying for booth space and conference space, and at the same time bringing in fucking orchestras. I mean, these people, they were spending damn near fucking almost $100 million just to do a show. And now with this digital age, it's unnecessary. When Sony first left and they did their shit, they got more views than E3 did. You know what I'm saying? They got more views, just themselves, didn't have to share the floor with nobody. They didn't have to rush. E3 is literally a fucking deadline for you to have your trailers ready, for you to have everything ready. You have a deadline. Now, there's no deadline. You can do it whenever the fuck you want. That's why State of Play comes whenever the fuck they want it to come. They have no deadline. They can come when they're ready. So it relieved not only money, but stress. So it's all, to me, it's just all about the money. That's all I see. Whenever money, when Sony said they was leaving, I said they're never coming back. Because it's too expensive to come back. Too expensive to come back when you can just stream from your fucking garage, pay somebody $30 fucking dollars. They can pay me. I stream from my house. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely less than damn near almost $100 million to stream to give the same information to the same gamers you would if you didn't attend. It's E3 is dead. And on top of that, Geoff Keighley wanted to fucking, I don't know, I always say his name wrong. I don't give a fuck. His name spells Geoff. He actually was trying to get with E3. He said this that year. He said, I was trying to get E3 and have E3 do this online thing. They didn't want to do it, so we're going to do it. And that's exactly what he did. E3 did a blockbuster video. E3 ignored Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And now they're reaping the consequences now because Keighley's show has had the bigger fucking show this year. Period. And it's 100%. Only going to continue. So it's only and it's a wrap now for them. To me, I think E3 is done.
Okay. Optimus, would you agree with that sentiment, or do you
should it sound reasonable to me? Like, I don't have no information on that at all. Just reading the tea leaves like everybody else. I know they was pissed about the data breach. I know that for sure. I know that there were grumblings within Sony corporate that like they didn't need E3. E3 needed them.
Facts.
And I know that the three people, whoever the organizers were, they weren't really conducive to like conversations, really. Like they thought that they were stronger than they was. And like Sony left, and like I don't think that they would have been back this summer. Like I don't think they're ever going back to E3. I think they meant exactly what they said, unless something changes. Now E3 could have been humbled by now, and like so maybe they are more open to more of a partnership. I don't know. But what Thrash said makes perfect sense to me. It sounds extremely reasonable. I don't know.
Yeah, it just I think my whole thing with it is, you know, it's fine. Maybe, you know, Summer Games Fest will eventually take on that new thing, and maybe we don't see traditional, you know, summerly showcases on a stage like what we were used to. It just kind of sucks as a fan, just because, you know, growing up on E3 and kind of seeing the big three, right? That was the thing, the big three. And now that that's not really a thing, it's kind of just transformed to a digital experience, right? Whether it's their own thing or whether they partner with Summer Game Fest. It just, for me personally, this is me being an old motherfucker, just it's kind of sad to see that go, because that was always something I look forward to every June, you know what I'm saying? 4th, 5th, and 6th.
You want to go flex and take selfies with dev celebrities, and you can't do that no more. So
Well,
That's all.
you want to hear another flex, and Dollar Sign could actually verify this. I actually bumped into him at E3 inside the showroom floor, and I called Dollar Sign, and I cursed this guy out. I said, "You better get your fucking ass here, Corey Barlog, right here, run, motherfucker!" And I saw Dollar Sign there in 30 seconds, and he got to meet Corey Barlog as well.
Shoot, I heard that.
He's a humble dude. He's a humble dude.
Yeah, that's a little too much for me, but yeah, man. If you got an opportunity to rub shoulders with these guys, man, absolutely do it. But I know that's what you're talking about, Nova. You just salty that everybody gonna be chilling from home.
Yep, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I think digital shows are better, personally.
Oh no, they are. It just, again, coming from that nostalgia. It, like, my younger brother's 18. He's like, why the fuck would I want to go to there? I'm going to LA. I'm trying to go to the beach. I'm not trying to go to the conference center. But it's different when you grew up on it.
Yeah.
That's facts.
So Summer Game Fest can do their thing. Each of the big three can still have their own show. Xbox can still have Fan Fest. Sony can do, I forget what they call their little thing.
I forget what it's called too.
They could do their equivalent, and they could do these on consistent dates in the year, so that every year to look forward to an event. Nintendo's thing, Microsoft's thing, Sony's thing. They got all of these fan festivities. So the spirit of E3 can still continue, I think.
I hope so, yeah.
Without the burden of E3.
I 100% see what you're talking about. And it's cheaper for them to say, hey, we're going to do our fan fest, let's say, by on our own terms, right? We have the venue. We got everything planned out how we want to do it, not going by, E3's code, right? Because they know they don't need it, like you said.
And all that stuff.
Yeah. And there's going to be more competition, too. You see IGN trying to build their own thing, too.
Oh, yeah.
So there's going to be more competition.
By the way, anyone who's curious about what game is playing, that's Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. It's get this, it's made by Team Ninja. Tetsuya Nomura is one of the leads of the game.
I hear you, player. Go ahead and speak that Japanese.
Yeah, there you go. Tetsuya Nomura. So yeah, the guy behind Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy.
People that make Neo.
You said what?
And the people that make Neo.
So yeah, this is really dope. Think about this: Team Ninja, Final Fantasy, Souls-like game, right? This has your Souls traditional. What do you want to call it? The lamp, your bonfire. This is free.
You mean the Chaos Shrine?
This is free on PS5 as a demo for the next 8 days. What's the name? And try it out. It's called Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. It's a demo code.
Yeah, I actually downloaded it. I'm actually going to play it.
Get this game.
I'm playing it after the show.
Yeah. I actually played it. I played it last night, in fact. It's pretty good. I mean, it's rough.
It's rough
looking.
Yeah. It's alpha.
But it's actually really, really, you can tell it's going to be a fun game.
How much of an origin story is this? Hold
on. Number one, just something you need to know. None of the Final Fantasy games are connected in any shape or form. They only share the same enemies, gods,
money, and they have the same money, right?
Yeah, Gil, or whatever.
Gil.
Yeah, but
they have some of the same. Yeah, they're like different. Just think of it as different dimensions of.
Yeah, like a multiverse.
Exactly. Yeah. So and the fact that it's Nomura, which if you know anything about any of Nomura's games, his stories go Kojima level convoluted, but probably worse. Like in a not so great way. Anyways, he's still a genius in his own right. But yeah,
you mean Xehanort's not in this game?
Hold on, Dollar. Like, I need to know, how come every time you bring up a game, this Thrash character say he done played it, or he just played it this morning?
Bruh, hey, I'm telling you, check it. I played too many games. I got gamer sickness, dog. Like, I played too many. It's a demo. I don't even like to play demos, but I was like, I'm a Final Fantasy fan, so I had to check it out.
Thrash,
literally, KingThrash is my PSN. You can check the time now. Like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go look it up. Go look it up.
Yo, I loved when Thrash got his Xbox and he was G checking these Xbox guys. He was going through their trophy or their achievements, seeing what games they played. That was dirty, bro. That was great.
Hey, what the dirtiest?
I died.
Oh
bro.
man. I did like, look, I didn't do it to pick on nobody. I mean, I was just showing off their achievements. That's it. You've achieved this. This is what you've achieved. Now, I don't understand why you hype about Bethesda when you haven't played any Bethesda games, but I guess you do you, my guy. Like
in terms of basketball, they're rec league all-stars then.
Facts. I never understood that, man. They really wanted to put me. They was like having meetings about me, bro. No lie. I had people hit me up like, "Hey, bro, they trying to do something to your channel, bro. They trying to make sure that you get banned or something because they having meetings trying to get rid of you." But I'm like, if you're going that far over your own achievements, it means that you're doing YouTube and lying about what you actually do in gaming. That's the only way you're mad. You could have 7,000 fucking score on something, bro. Be proud of that 7,000. Like, it's not bad that you have. So you maybe just started playing. You maybe just got an Xbox. But if you're lying about something, then that's when you should be pissed off. And all the people who I said something about were pissed off because they lied. So it is what it is.
Hey, what's the name of that game again? While Thrash getting his channel banned, let download.
Stranger of Paradise. If you look up Final Fantasy Origin, you'll see it on the PSN store. It's definitely very interesting. It has a dope parry mechanic.
Yeah.
I'm at PlayStation.com. I did Stranger of Paradise, and it's trying to bring back Bloodborne.
Oh, just type in Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise first.
Yeah. Type in Final Fantasy. You'll see it as a demo. It's very slept on. I see shit like this interests me. I'm like, okay, this is different.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's old school. It's old school fun. Like because older games was just about straightforward funness. You know what I mean? It doesn't complicate too much. You know, it's just fun overall. It's a mix of different type of genres. Fun as fuck though.
But you know what the thing is, when I see a game like this, I think of one or two things, right? One being a very new thought, and the other one being a thought that always recurs to me.
It's not a CGI trailer.
No. But I'll start with my second thought. My second thought is this makes me want a new Castlevania game, like bad.
Yeah, the Shadows one, huh? The one Kojima did, huh? Yeah, real shit.
And then the first thought being, this is making me really excited for some reason, and it's unrelated, for these indie Chinese developer games that are probably coming down the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. What was that one game you showed me, Nova? And it looked like Final Fantasy and Devil May Cry had a baby.
Oh, you're talking about Bright Memory Infinite.
Yes.
Bright Memory Infinite. People.
I didn't like that game.
You didn't like that?
No, but y'all probably did. I didn't like it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking it.
Well, I mean, it's still in development. You said what?
Yeah, it is.
Black Myth Wukong looks dope.
Oh, Black Myth Wukong. People are not ready. Yo, I think the Chinese developer is gonna get everyone out the paint. I'm just gotta say that right now.
Yeah, these Chinese developers are doing big things.
Yeah,
low
you got
key, they're doing big things.
Yeah, 6-person teams dropping AAA games. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. I mean, you see Lost Soul Aside too. I mean,
that's what I
meant.
That's
what it was.
That's what it was. Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
That was Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy having a baby.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's beautiful. Then and only one. It started with one guy, and then Sony gave him some more people to work to help him out, and that shit gonna be crazy. I can't wait to.
That is gonna be fucking.
Oh, what you mean you ain't played it yet, Thrash? What you mean it's gonna be crazy?
Actually, I have played it. No, true story. No, they had it at PSX out here in California. They had it at PSX, and I played it at PSX. Talked to the developer and everything. Real shit.
Hey, okay.
So it was a long ass line to play it, but I played that shit. It just so happens. I think I even got video footage of it. I do have video footage of it. Yeah.
Send that shit over on the Discord.
I will. Nothing.
You remember like
it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube and everything.
You remember when like Twitter first became a thing, and then you would tell somebody you did something, you'd be like, "Twit pick or you lying, son? Twit pick or you lying?"
Yeah. For real.
Yo,
No, actually, I'll look up the video. I'll send you a link and everything.
Yo, shout out to the 2 dudes in my chat who are going back and forth. Shout out to y'all, because Insomniacs, we always promote friendly debate. You know what I'm saying?
I promote violence. Fight.
So keep it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But these guys, someone's saying that someone else is going on all the podcasts.
Get their IP address, buy a plane ticket, fly out, knock on their door, and beat them up. Do that right now. I promote violence.
Yeah, I see. God damn. Shit.
I do not endorse that message. I'm gonna throw Cool Hand in the Captain and Coonan real quick.
Bruh.
He just sent me a DM on Discord saying he does promote this message.
Oh man. But yeah, guys, we surprisingly we got through everything. That was a lot that we went through. I mean, going through all the games, basically coming up with the fact that Nintendo knocked it out the park. We know that there's a rumored, because not confirmed yet, Sony event coming up in I believe it was like July 8th is the day they were saying.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So we still have a lot to look forward to. We definitely want to see what they got, because right now we know that Sony's holding cards close to their chest, just like Microsoft has with this past event. So I don't know, anything you guys are looking forward to, or do you think any possible predictions we could be getting?
One game you missed was Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought that looked pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, I wasn't too crazy about that one. I actually may have intentionally missed that game. I'll play it on the screen.
I don't know. It seems like it has like the gameplay is kind of like Final Fantasy 15, where you kind of like you fight and you control like your allies, so like the people from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Whoa.
I mean, that's how it is. It's kind of like it's an action RPG.
Oh hell no!
And it's made by Square Enix Studio.
All right, man. If you say so.
Mic drop, $. That's what I'm talking about.
Could y'all hear the sound effects or not?
Square Enix too, and you see how that trash turned out.
Facts.
Damn.
I think it looks interesting. The story seems interesting. The banter. I like the movies. They seem like it has kind of like that same spirit.
See, when games like this, for me, games like this are better for me when they have specific levels that are designed around the powers of one particular person, and where you have to choose the right person for the particular mission or level that you own, where you have to use a mix of their powers. If it's I don't like it when you can just take any dude or all of the dudes and just play through any level, because it's just like characters and fighting. I like more strategy.
This looks more geared towards the comic book, and I'm an avid comic book fan, and more so DC than Marvel. But this, given the costume designs and the aesthetic, I think this is geared more towards the comic versions, which I think the stories would be a little more intricate. I might check this game out. If it's geared more toward the comic book lore, I'll definitely check this out. And it looks like that's the case.
Well, I'm gonna check it out regardless. I'm just neutral on it for right now until I know more about it.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm there with you.
I mean, for me, I'll never be fully fulfilled until I get a Shinobi PS2 remake.
Yo, you botting like
That's
crazy, by the way. Yeah, you botting, bro.
Shinobi PS2 remake.
We need to put you back in the Captain and Coonan room.
Fuck.
But Thrash, any possible predictions from this upcoming Sony show that we're all expecting?
Something from that Kojima thing. What else? God of War, more emphasis. More emphasis on Horizon. I think the homie Flesh was right when he said, and I didn't believe him at first, man. He proved me wrong when he said that what Sony is doing is that they're doing a concentrated marketing to where, like,
one at a time.
Because when we had Returnal, they wouldn't talk about shit. They were just talking about Returnal.
Yeah.
And then Returnal came out. He said 2 weeks after Returnal come out, they're gonna show Horizon. And 2 weeks after that shit came out, they showed Horizon. So I think it's gonna be more focused on that. But they're having a bigger show. It's not like a state of play. So I believe maybe God of War be there. And Lost Soul Aside again, I think it's gonna be there. What's that one game that Platinum is making? That RPG that everybody forgot about. That's supposed to come out.
Something Fall.
Blue
Tower.
something.
Babylon's Fall.
No, it was Blue something. Like Blue. Fuck, it was like a fucking. Like he was walking. He was a chick. He was walking as his chick, his night chick. They actually have a fucking anime for this shit.
Is it Square Enix game? No. You said it
Nah,
was Platinum Games.
Platinum Games. I can't believe it.
Bayonetta?
Blue something. Nah. Blue is Blue something. Fuck, I know it has blue in it. Something like with blue in it.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Fuck, I can't think of it. But it was fucking fantastic. Fucking great looking game, bro. Like graphically, the way they fight. When I was looking at it, I was like, this can't be a PS4 gen. No,
do you think we'll see?
Grand Blue Fantasy release.
Grand Blue Fantasy.
I've
there
never
you
heard
go.
of that, man. It's the first time.
Bro, look up Grand Blue Fantasy.
I'm looking it up right now.
That shit right there. I'm hoping that's there. It should have came out last gen, so hopefully it'll be there for this gen because that game looked too big and ambitious. This gen?
What's
last
the
gen.
PS Square Enix game that I can't think about? It was called it's the one with the black chick.
Forspoken. Yeah.
I'm hyped as fuck for that game.
That game is fantastic looking. So far, so good.
Great.
Yeah.
Kena.
Definitely Kena.
The only thing that I fear for that game is that they're going to try and do the same thing they did with Last of Us 2 in terms of it being a lead and the fact that and I'm speaking for Last of Us 2 right now. It was a gay female lead, and in this one, black female lead, and I'm kind of just I kind of
worried about it, Cool Hand.
No, not worried about it in the sense of I'm worried about the amount of trolls that are gonna attack this game just for the simple fact black. That's it. It's just there's gonna be a lot of stupid shit that's gonna surround this game for no reason.
I don't think those are gamers, dog. I believe gamers just don't give a fuck about none of it, bro. Like,
they don't.
We just want great games. I don't care. Make them gay. Make them have 2 titties and 3 balls. I don't care. Just make the game fucking fantastic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I don't care.
I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care.
Okay.
Because fuck, man, if we looked at games, do you know how much they would have to remove like PS1 and up all the way through till now? You know how many games they would have to fucking remove if we looked at games like that? Fucking Resident Evil because it was in Africa. I remember people was tripping off of that too. Oh, you're killing black zombies. It's like shut the fuck up. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what the fuck? You know how many white zombies I didn't kill? The fuck out of here.
Optimus, you're gonna like this. So, the tweet did its course, right, with Corey, and I thought, okay, it's winding down now. That was fun while it lasted. Last night, randomly, someone replies to my tweet and is like, Corey Barlog, I hope you're not going to you're still not going to Chick-fil-A, and then she puts this whole mission statement about Chick-fil-A and just all that. And surprisingly, I'm like, yo, get this negativity off my line, bro. This is a fan moment. You trying to ruin this? So I try to get that shit out the way. And guess what? I wake up in the morning, Corey Barlog responds to it. He's like, no, I haven't been there since that day. But
more traction to it.
Yeah.
Ever the politician.
Oh man, he said he has not been back there since since that picture. I was like, wow.
That's cat.
He just really short.
Haters are gonna hate, dog. Let them do it.
Yeah. But yo, honestly, guys, this was a fun ass show, and Code, I'm gonna have to get you back on here sometime soon.
Anytime, bro, just say the word. Yeah,
bro, this was honestly really, really fun. Very insightful conversation. Same thing with you, Thrash.
Yeah, I mean, My bad. I didn't try to talk too much. You know what I'm saying? My fault. You know what I'm saying? I love being here. I love talking to people.
Nah, bro.
That's why we get you on, man.
Second
Shit,
home,
we
bro.
want to hear. Shit, listen, ain't no point in having guests if they don't fucking talk. I'm gonna just say.
Yeah.
Hey, facts. Facts.
So
Y'all don't know how many
Code,
podcasts is the opposite of that, man. So many podcasts, they just want you to sit there and listen to them and shit. I'd be like, come on, Foxy. I mean, whoever show I was on, you know what I mean? Like,
well, listen, Code. I'm gonna hit you probably next week because this weekend I'll be moving. So I'm moving from.
I don't wait this long. Shit, we can wait a few weeks.
Yo, Code. I was gonna say, if you need like an intro or something to YouTube or like any type of video, stuff like that, I'll get you out to it. But we'll talk about it.
We'll chop it up, see what's up.
Yeah.
But yo, everyone tuning in, again, it was a dope return. It was a great conversation, going over E3 and Summer Games Fest. We're happy to have had you guys on, rock out with us. If you haven't liked the video, hit that motherfucking like button right now. Also, subscribe if you like the content. This has been a great week. And, I'm looking forward to doing this again. We'll be back next week. And, this is the start of us getting guests on again. And you'll definitely see the brothers KingThrash and Optimus Code back on. This is really fun, guys.
Also, Emmanuel, we don't discriminate, man. If Kid Bethesda wants to come on the show, bro, he can come on the show.
Oh, yeah. If Kid
Bethesda, Kid Smooth.
Who is Kid Bethesda?
I call it, that's Kid Smooth. I call him Kid Bethesda.
Oh,
He could come on.
That's a funny dude, boy. That's my guy, though.
He's cool.
Yeah.
He's actually a really nice guy.
He is. He cool. I'll go back and forth with him all the time. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's all
fun.
respect. He knows respect and shit. He knows. We all go ahead.
We all share the same hobby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And no matter how dumbly we all accept it, we all still do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Some do it dumber than others.
Listen, we equate it to being a sports fan, right? Like, I love the Wizards. They break my heart every year, but I love the Wizards, man.
Yep. And
so for me, I'm pretty much like, I don't really care about these consoles. People don't believe me, but I don't give a fuck about PlayStation hardware, Xbox hardware. I don't care. I just want the games.
I want the game too. Listen, Halo looks good enough for me to build a PC. I'm gonna be playing the shit out of that.
Yeah, for me right now, Sony just giving me everything I want when it comes to this gaming. But that shit change tomorrow, right? If it did, then I would go right with the next person who's giving me what I want.
Listen, my loyalty can be bought. My loyalty can be bought in this game and shit. That's all I'm saying. But here's
what? Hell yes, I should be.
People get confused, right? When people hear us criticize Microsoft, right? We're not criticizing to the point where we're like, man, fuck them. They suck. PlayStation on this side,
right?
No, it's not that. It's the point of, hey, man, I'm a fan. I was a fan of you. You know what I mean? We just want to see you produce something for me to entice me to buy your product. I want to buy your product. I want to give you my money. I do. Yeah, I really do. You just have to show me something.
Yeah.
And if you don't show me anything, I'm gonna complain about you not showing me anything because you're showing me garbage right now.
Facts. I mean, we're watching their marketing, right? I mean, we're showing up at the shows. We're talking about the show, so we're watching it in depth. So it's up to them to actually sell us on it. I mean, I have stupid motherfuckers tell me, "Oh, look at this pony. He over here. He played God of War. He got a high. He didn't play those all the way through." I'm like, "Well, yeah, nigga. I mean, I like games. I never said I didn't like Gears of War and no shit like that. I said I don't like what Microsoft is doing with Xbox right now. I've always said Xbox is a good console. It's the people behind it that's fucking it up.
Fact.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, man. And it's
360 gen was definitely night and day.
Oh my god, dude! I'm just this right now.
Perception, all that.
The best console to play Fight Night on was the Xbox 360. That was the premier game to play on the 360. I don't care what anyone says. When the 360 came out,
it was that shit. Yeah.
Fight Night Round 3 was the shit.
I was a king of that too. I whip your ass in that shit. Stop it.
Thrash, did you just
play it right now?
You just beat it
No. I played the shit out of it. Hey, check my Xbox achievements. I played the shit out of it.
I'm coming to LA this holiday season, between November and December. We gonna have to throw.
We will link up, nigga. It don't matter. Yeah, it's no problem, nigga. We can throw all these games out there, bro. Especially Fight Night. I forgot how to play it.
Ooh.
I was using got his name.
Roy Jones Jr.
No, I wasn't. No, I thought that was too easy.
Listen, I was so dirty in that game. I was beating people with Mickey Ward. Don't play with me.
Bro, right. I had a squad of niggas, man. It was crazy.
Yo, we're going to continue the conversations offline. Hey, it was fun. Let's do this again, guys. Everyone who tuned in, my fellow Insomniacs, again, make sure to hit the fucking like button, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be back at y'all next week. This was fun.
Support people of color, man. Let's get this shit going.
Support people of color. Check the description. I got everyone's social media, Twitter, YouTube. Please go follow Optimus Code. He has a very enlightening YouTube channel where he breaks everything down. You said something?
Yeah, I don't need no more followers. I'm good. They want to argue. When I
talk. I'm gonna throw everyone's Twitters up above in the top right corner. But yeah, again, guys, this was fun. Thank y'all for coming back on the show. And
Anytime.
You already know we will catch y'all next week on the Insomniacs motherfucking podcast.
Peace.
And don't forget,
Don't sleep.
Don't sleep.
That's the tag.
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh man, they got a collector's edition for this Guardians. Shit, I might have to go and grab.
That's what I'm saying. It looks, but it's Marvel. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like,
I'm on Guardian. I'm on that shit because
it looks